fire from the beat. Lord of mercy. Bam, bam, bam. Whoa, yo. Whoa, yo. Whoa, yo, yo, yo. Whoa, yo, yo, yo.
On the beat.
The lamb up in there. The girl don't like my business. Oh, yeah. They like my business. Oh, yeah. The Jew don't like my business. Is that the way I can suck it to them? Yeah. Is that the way I can give it to them? Yeah. Is that the way I can suck it to them? Come and meet a lover boy. Come and meet a lover boy. Come and meet a lover boy. Meet a lover. Yeah. They say I blame you, you wanna get them. Yeah. They say I blame you, you wanna jam with them. Yeah. But the girl in my business, she ready to care for my business. She can die for my business. She can do anything for my business. Me, I can wait for the garden. I can wanna sing for the garden. Me, I can wait for the garden. I can wanna dance for the garden. I the chocolate for the girl and the sugar for the garden. Yeah. I the chocolate for the girl and the sugar for the garden. And I have for trouble. And I have for sweating. And I have for noise. And I have for sweating. Come and meet a lover boy. Meet a lover. The lamb up in there. The girl don't like my business. Oh yeah. They like my business. Oh yeah. The Jew don't like my business. Is that the way I can suck it to them? Yeah. Is that the way I can give it to them? Yeah. Is that the way I can suck it to them? Is that the way I can give it to them? They like it, oh. Come and meet a lover boy. Come and meet a lover boy. Come and meet a lover boy. Meet a lover. They like it, oh. I'm a 9 player, I'm a defender. I'm a big player, I'm a dog killer. I kill a goat, then I eat it here. When they find love, then I run away. Me, I can wait for the garden. I can only sing for the garden. Me, I can wait for the garden. I can only dance for the garden. I mean the chocolate for the guy and the sugar for the garden. Yeah. I mean the chocolate for the guy and the sugar for the garden. Yeah. Oh, yo.
Let's try this one. We're a few minutes behind, but
D12 on the beat.
Mr. DJ. come play my music. Yeah. Mr. DJ. Yeah. Please come play my music. Yeah. All the ladies want to dance. They want to dance. All the girls they want to wine. They want to dance. Sexy lady want to dance. They want to wine. All my girls they want to wine. Yeah, they want to wine. Tita, Acha, Anita, Rita, Sita, Monica. I know you want to feel the groove. Feel the groove. I know you want to feel the rhythm. Yeah, feel the rhythm. Yeah. Relax your mind. Yeah, relax your mind. If you like, you can meditate. Yeah, you can meditate. I want to take you on the journey. Yeah. From the midnight to the morning. Yeah. I want to make it juicy. So you can't refuse it. You can't refuse it. Mr. DJ, please come play my music. Yeah. Mr. DJ, please come play my music. Yeah. All the ladies want to dance. They want to dance. Sexy lady want to wine. They want to wine. All the guys they want to dance. Yeah, they want to dance. And other girls they want to dance. Yeah, they want to dance. The way she play the best line. Oh yeah. She make me sing la la la. Yeah. Oh, I'm a bombastic. Bombastic. She looking fantastic. Fantastic. I know you want to feel the vibe. Oh, yeah. Feel the vibe. I know you want to feel my rhythm. Feel the rhythm. I see you getting on the groove. I can make it sound like a melody. Make it sound sweet like a harmony. Baby, let me play it like a violin. Make it sound sweet like a harmony. Say, Mr. DJ, please come play my music. Yeah. Mr. DJ, yeah. Please come play my music. Yeah. All the ladies want to dance. They want to dance. All the girls they want to wine. They want to dance. Sexy lady want to dance. They want to wine. All my girls they want to wine. Yeah, they want to wine. I can make it sound like a melody. Make it sound sweet like a harmony. Baby, let me play it like a violin. Make it sound sweet like a harmony. See, I can make it sound like a melody. Make it sound sweet like a harmony. Baby, let me play it like a violin. Make it sound sweet like a harmony. Mr. DJ, yeah, Mr. DJ, please come play my music. Please come play my music. All the ladies want to dance. They want to dance. Sexy lady want to wine. They want to wine. Baby guys they want to dance. They want to dance.
All right, let's try one more. We'll do one last one for Detour, and we'll be right back to start the show. All right, just stay with Esoteric here. The show will be starting in a second. We'll try to build our audience here. I'll be right back.
Oh, Amae, Badire, Eva,
D12 on the beat.
Eva, Badire, Ama, Badire, baby, oh. Badire. I want to love you, baby. Love you, baby. I want to kiss you, baby. Kiss you, baby. I want to hold you, baby. Hold you, baby. I want to love you, baby. Oh, yeah. See, much colorful, baby. See you brighter than the moon, brighter than the sun. See the rainbow in your eyes, baby. Yeah. And there's so much colorful, baby. I see my future in your eyes, oh. You the angel of my life, oh. I want you be my Jew, baby. Then let me be your boo, baby. Badire, badire, eh. Badire, badire, baby. Badire, badire, eh. Badire, badire, baby. Iva, Iva. I love you, Iva, Iva, baby. With you, my life is wonderful. So beautiful, so colorful, baby. Everything is natural, baby. It's natural, baby. Your beauty by natural, baby. Yeah. No bleaching, yeah. No makeup. You're supernatural, baby. Yeah. Badire, badire, eh. Badire, badire, baby. Badire, badire. Badire, badire, baby. Iva, Iva. I love you, Iva, Iva. When I wake up in the morning, love to see your face, love to see you smile, baby. You were born my children for me. 2 children for me, baby. 1 boy child and 1 girl child. Just for me and you, baby. Eva, Eva, baby. Eva, Eva, baby. I want to love you, baby. Love you, baby. I want to kiss you, baby. Kiss you, baby. Badire, badire, eh. Badire, badire, baby. Badire, badire. Badire, badire, baby. Iva, Iva. I love you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we are back again with you. Hopefully my sound is okay here. Let me get it situated before we get the show going. All right, let me test my volume, ladies and gentlemen, to make sure all is well from my end. I like to check my volume. Everything is fine, then we can get the ball. All right, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we are back again with you. All right, perfect, perfect. Perfect. Our sound is good here from my perspective. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Good evening, good night, good afternoon, good morning. Wherever you find yourself around the world. This is your man, Doc Side, put it again, Terry, from these United States of America, coming to you live from Prospect Park. As usual, we are glad to be here to interact with our people all over the globe, our followers. We are happy to be with you today. So again, you know the culture, you know the custom of the platform. So what I'm going to do, as usual, is to acknowledge you first. You know, after the acknowledgement, I will share the agenda with you, and then we will go into our topic. So I'm saying from bottom, actually from top to bottom. Let me do from bottom to top. Okay, so from bottom to top, or ascending order, I have my General Smith is following the show. Our chair lady, Delaware Valley, Sis Nana Smith filing. Hi, my lovely nephew. How are you, Auntie? How you doing? Mr. Slevy Rivals is following the show. How you doing, sir? Mama Call, how you doing? Masakoi, how are you? Thanks for following the show. Mr. Boto Jawi, Zabawuza, Milton Shekpeh is my special guest today. Madam Francis Myers is my impromptu guest, if you like. Mr. Sister Tobo is following the show. Mr. James Panto is also watching. I'm seeing 15 others, so I'm not seeing the rest of you, depending on where you are following the show from. So at this time, I'd like to share my agenda with you so that you have an idea of what I'll be talking about today. Let me get to that real quick here. And so I can it's going to be a fascinating show today, as usual. We don't make it lazy. So the first thing I'm going to do here, so let me get this out here to you. That's the exoteric family right there. All right, so I call that a word of gratitude to the Council of Wise Women for the fantastic Father's Day treat. All right, so I call that the Council of Wise Women. All right, we're going to elaborate shortly. Let me get to the next one here that we'll be talking about. The next one I call it Happy Wedding Anniversary and Belated Birthday Greetings. As usual, that's something we're going to start our show with. And then to also, before we get into other topics, we'll be talking about the breaking news from the Delaware Valley chapter. The existing National Financial Secretary, Honorable Cody Morris, endorses President Francess C 2020 campaign. All right, so that's something we're going to be talking about shortly. Next, also for our talking points, we call this is the title page here, or the title sentence for the group of things that will be coming. So we'll call it the current issues facing the USAA. And this issue, I'll be having a discussion with my special guest today, member of the board of directors of the United States Association, Mr. Milton Shekpeh. He and I, the two of us, want to be talking about these the issues facing the USAA. Next, under that topic, we will be looking at USAA 2020 convention cancellation and the possibility of having the scheduled leadership election. All right, that's something on that. The next one here, I call that the approach from the national president and his team. Okay, so Mr. Milton Shekpeh will elaborate today, and the two of us will be talking about these talking points. Next one under that topic, we call that the prospect of setting up an interim leadership. And then next under that, we call that the failures of the GDO's administration that may lead our community into confusion if we are not careful. All right, that's something we're going to be talking about. And then the last point under that, a look at the functions of the board and the executive, a look at the functions of the board and the executive vis-a-vis the Constitution. Okay, so it's very important to look at the functions again. We have reviewed the functions of the board and the executive, but it seems to be a lot of us, we are not in the know of these things. And so it is our job to repeat them so our people will be properly educated. Because they say the mother of learning is repetition. You repeat something, that's how people absorb that which you are talking about. So at this time, I'd like to quickly get this out of the way. So, hey, Shuku, that's Gifler, Ms. Gifler, welcome aboard. I'm seeing an aspirant for Sano County electoral district. No, that's not district, but Sano County, the pending senatorial election, May 10 election. I'm saying Mr. Alexander Slewin is an aspirant. He will be contesting in Sano County. And I'm seeing Queen Esther God's Miracle. Thanks for joining the show. Carla, welcome on board. All right, these are the people that just joined the show while I was talking. And so let me quickly talk about a word of gratitude to the Council of Wise Women for the fantastic Father's Day treat. And so if you're out there listening to the euphonious voice of Dark Side Poet, I want to say happy belated Father's Day to all of you, the wonderful fathers out there. You are very, very important. You see, let me start the show with little biblical reflection. Even though I'm not a biblicist, but let me look at the Christian holy text. If you look at the book of Genesis, which they call the book of beginning, the Christian deity, and to be specific, Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, the Christian deity created man. So the word man in that chapter, they say created man, male and female, simultaneously at the same time. So when God created, according to the Christian Bible, man or male and female. So the word male, if you read that Bible verse, it used the word man. It's not man as in the gender. It means man as in the human species. So you can replace that word man with human beings or with human. It will fit in there. So that's why they said male and female. So they were made together at the same time. And so these two individuals, they were given a task. Okay. So one is there to donate, if you like, a donor. So the male is the donor. He donates the sperm. And then the woman is the incubator. She incubates the sperm that the man donates. All right. So you can see this if you want to look at it biologically. That's a biological division or labor, okay? And then if you want to also look at it religiously, then that's how the Christian deity divided the job responsibility. And so the donor responsibility, besides just donating the sperm or the semen to the woman, is also to take care of that child that you bring forth in the world. And so the Father Day, that's why we want to take the time again to acknowledge your fathers out there, that you are there 24/7 for your children. You are doing your best. You're doing, taking them for activities, doing their schoolwork. You're on your feet 24/7 to see that they develop into productive citizens of the world. And so we want to say happy belated Father Day to all of you. So now, as a treat for myself, I'm a man of, I have a bunch of girls, so I call them the Council of Wise Women. Okay, they are wise ladies. So that's some of them you see that they are not a whole council, but some of them, the pictures that you're seeing over there. And so I got Dr. Elise Wyden Freeman, I got Dr. Treasure, I got Dr. Namade Wulu, and all of them. So the ladies, the Council of Wise Ladies, during the guys, let me talk to the people here quick, okay? We'll talk a little bit, okay? So these are the wise women I around, and so what they did for the Father Day celebration to make daddies happy. As a matter of fact, that's the Council of Wise Ladies. They have the chairman as in every social group. You have somebody who is the head. So she is the president for the Council of Wise Ladies. That's the first lady of that Sayopo, Audrey Balanya, Sayopo the Esoteric. Okay, so she is in the middle there. And the Father's Day, they gave me I had a wonderful Father's Day. So I just wanted to share a little bit with you. Maybe you want to a little bit get these people together, please. All right, so the ladies they give this is one of my present. Okay, my Father's Day. You see the nice shirt on me right now. That's a present from the Council of Wise Ladies. Okay, and then they got me these cards here that I want to share with you. Wonderful cards. These are my Father's Day cards that they bought for me. I can't show all my gifts to you, but I just want to share a little bit of what the VIP treatment Daddy got on Father's Day. So let me read this one. This one from it said, "Thanks, Dad, for making sure there was a roof over our head and food on the table, for packing my lunch and getting me off to school on time, for letting me learn the hard way every once in a while. But most of all, thank you for showing me an unforgettable example of everything a father should be." Happy Father's Day. So this from Prudence and Treasure. Okay, so these are my ladies. So the Council of Wise Women, you know, they send me, that's one. So now, this one from Dr. Elise Freeman. She also sent this, so I got a bunch of doctors in my house, very intelligent. So they say here, the one Elise sent from me from Arizona, she said, daughter's love for her dad is forever. Okay, and that's what she started. And this is the card. And she said in the end, a dad is his father's first hero, the man she admires from the start. And whether she is small or completely grown up, he has a warm place in your heart. Love you, Dad. Happy Father's Day, early or late. So this is the message. This is the one from Elise White Freeman. All right. So I want to just say thanks, big thank you to all my kids, my children, those in Liberia, and those here for the wonderful Father Day treat. I love all of you, mommy. Thank you as well for supporting the children. It was wonderful, and I want to say thank you so much. Mwah, I love all of you. All right, that's it. I just wanted to do that. A gratitude to all of them for the treat from Doc Sayo from my family. The Council of Wise Lady for the treat they sent to Daddy. Okay, so at this point, I will quickly take the image down, and we want to do quickly a little birthday greetings to people. Happy birthday greeting, not in specific order. So let me get to that quickly, and we will get the ball rolling. I will bring my guests on. So if you're joining the show, welcome aboard. This is the voice of sound in the diaspora with Dark Side for the esoteric from Prospect Park, Pennsylvania. All right, so now in particular order again, so we want to do a belated happy birthday to Patience. Patience is Wiley, I think. Her last name, I think her last name has changed. She got married, so I can remember her last name right now. But Patience is she is our member, the member of the Delaware Valley chapter. Let me get that stuff up there. All right, so Patience celebrated her birthday, and she also my friend on Facebook. She's a member of the Delaware Valley chapter of the United Sapphire Association in the Americas. So we like to use the opportunity to say happy belated birthday to Patience. We wish you many more years and everything that you are seeking. That's one person that I want to do a shout out to. Let me get the next person up here for us. The next person here, that's my uncle. This is my uncle here, James City. Uncle James also celebrated his birthday. I saw him on Facebook. And so Uncle James, Mr. City, he's a pastor, also a reverend. He has a church in Minnesota. And so Uncle James will use the opportunity. He is he's former national president. So you got to know that if you don't know. All right. So we're going to do a shout out to him. The next person that I have here to do a shout out to, let me see. The next person is Her Excellency, President Francess C herself. We did a pre-happy birthday shout out to her. But when a president, the voice of sound because of the schedule difficulty, we don't get on doing the celebration of the birthday, but on behalf of the office of the Secretary General and the media team, as well as all the members in the chapter, by extension, the union, we want to say happy belated birthday to you. And we love you very much. You are doing a wonderful job. And keep on what you are doing. You are one of the best leadership. Let's just say she was a leadership accident. No, it's not an accident. But one of the best person that the people have ever elected in the union. All right, let's go to the next person here that I want to do a shout out to. If all. So this one is one of my followers on this platform, that's Reverend, or if you like, Pastor Yonte, Alfred Yonte. He's all the way in, I think there's Poland or somewhere, I can't remember, but he's always following the show. And he had his wedding anniversary not too long ago. I also saw it on Facebook. So I like to use the opportunity to say, Reverend Yonte, we wish you all the best with you and your wife. You are doing great. This is a good example, especially when you're a pastor. You have to set a good example to stay with your partner. So that's Reverend Yonte and his wife. They celebrated the wedding anniversary. So I just would like to do a shout out to them. All right, let me see here. That's something that I want to share with you. Now I think that is it. That's those are the shout out I wanted to do. And so at this time, let me bring my special guest here. But before I bring my guest on, I got a notification from the president of the Delaware Valley chapter, President Francess C, that she wanted to be an impromptu guest on the platform today. So, Madam President, if you're following the show, please send me the request. And of course, I will bring you on so that we'll bring my special guest on, Mr. Milton, to get the show going. So while I was talking, I saw the vice president of the Minnesota chapter. That's Alpha Cow Melvin Dewar. Thanks for joining the show. That's Balayan. Okay, that's the first lady of Voice of Sign who is also following. Mountain Soko Wenja, how you doing, buddy? Let's talk there. Thanks for following the show, buddy. All right, so those are the people that I saw while I was talking. Let's get to the next thing that I want to talk about while we are waiting for the president to get on. So this one, I will bring Milton down, and then we'll play the voice of the financial secretary of the existing, actually, of the United Support Association in Americas, Mr. Cody Morris. This is Mr. Cody Morris. Mr. Morris, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so before we'll go ahead with Mr. Morris, the president of the Delaware Valley chapter. I want to bring the president on right now before we talk about Mr. Morris. I think it will be an appropriate time to also talk about before she goes into her message. So, Madam President, I want you to get situated before I bring you on here. Your people are waiting, they're anxious to meet with you. Guys, give me a second. Let you get situated, and then we'll get the ball rolling. All right, so I think great. All right, you ready to go? All right, let's do it. Here comes the Cleopatra. Okay, Madam President, welcome to the Voice of Sano in the Diaspora. Once again, we are happy to have you on.
Thank you, Zayapure. Thank you very much for having me on this hot Tuesday. If you can see me, I have to wear this because it's so hot. Even though my air conditioner is on in my house, but it is so hot today. But I say thank you for all you do for our community. Sometimes people don't appreciate what you do until you are gone. But for me, I'm a woman that believes in giving somebody their flowers while they are here. So I want to appreciate you because we don't give you no money. You take upon your own time to do what you do to, help our community, educate us on a lot of things that we don't even know ourselves that in leadership. So I want to say thank you for having me.
No problem, Madam President. Welcome again. The platform is all yours. I know you might have, I think it was Chinu Achibi who said, a lizard does not jump from the top of the okra tree for no reason. Something must be happening for which the lizard will jump on the top of the okra tree. So I think there is a reason why you are out here today. But before you let the cat out of the bag, there was an interesting development from your chapter here. As we are anticipating the 2020 presidential election in Florida. I don't know for sure what it will materialize, but the campaigns are going on. The president, the incumbent, is also vying to be reelected, and you also declare to contest against him. And so as a result, the members, they have been, like I say, going through the two of you and macroscopically analyzing the both candidates in the race. So on that basis, some are now making a decision. And one of the persons to come up recently is your COS, and he also you call it the assistant financial secretary for the national administration, Mr. Cooley Morris. And so he recently endorsed you. And so what I want to do here is to play his speech,
Okay.
and then I want to have your reaction, get your reaction to the speech here.
Okay.
All right, give me a second. So let me bring Mr. Morris's picture up here for us. Let me get to that video quickly. Right in my. All right, for some reason it was taking too long to load onto my my YouTube page. I'll play it from there, but it's taking too long. So what I will just play the audio from my phone so that we can listen to him. Let me start it from the beginning, Madam President. Let me start it again. Let me start it so we can get the genesis of the speech here.
Right.
Sometimes say reflecting. But you know what? Reflecting means even though it's still English, most people don't understand. So why you ready? People want to say, I want to wait yesterday. What's that for you do? But listen, the thing is that you see, bring you. I don't get it as a human being. I don't let it come. He never backed the leadership. So let me try. You will listen to me, Otika will listen to me inside the floor, but they never back the leadership. Because their leadership you in, Uncle Obaku, they all what he can do. The number for Obaku, some people will never come together after 7 years of conflict. But Obaku, they wait. So every program you go on, the first thing you will make, the first thing you will remember after Obaku, they never measure Obaku any of the statement. And even he came to Philadelphia that day, he said, I made an organization here, and I take it from here. I do forget about back. Now what my president has said now here. Now what I said, even when you try to talk, bring the price to me. Because the price will hold the organization together. Now what I hold it against them. That's your thing, yeah? So the one the family are there will bring you. And there's still one that they say they don't move with. We actually will communication, and he said, I don't care why you say the communication, I will never do it. So there is no different. I don't like to. There's no need to be a president for the group. No, he was saying here. If you can't communicate, there's no need to be your group. Yes, you got to call people. You got to talk to people. People calling you, even if you're in your own state, that living in your own state. You can't even call them. You get 1 or 2 persons that around you. So, I'm standing here tonight, and the all the people listening to me. I want Mr. Dio, you are a good man. If you from Buraka, on refugee, I have telephone to Uncle Buraka. The 7 years now, Buraka, I have telephone to when we come to Kaswa, when you come to me, Uncle Buraka, here was a small bit. So that one, hey, you're back on it. So, I said, I'm back on it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that one, I start respecting the guy from all the way to Buraka. But the leadership, enough for him. Let's Francis class. Let's carry Francis class for now and see. Because what I learned about Francis is that she can do all things. But people want to move up. The Francis is doing something here, but I'm trying to talk to Francis. Francis will change and say, oh, couldn't come here, but let me do this. Francis will do it. That's why they call dealer, because people want to move you. So for now, let all the sound go. Now carry Francis Mile now to be the dealer. Honor will bring you, sit down. Now what I'm trying to say, what I'm saying.
So is this an endorsement of the president? President Miles?
That's your policy TV. Yes, but I said I endorse. Listen. What I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, my right? What I'm saying. No, what I'm saying. What I'm saying. No, hold on. No, what I'm saying. In the record India, there's no water to drink, there's no water to take back, there's no so that or they may model that all of what I can do. They will look at that and get family there that they can't follow what they get. When masses are they all model. Everybody food there. If they born out, he said everybody food there. Where are you family? Not family. Oh my God. They come from God.
What else does it?
Yeah, go on.
Mr.
That one, for that, of that, not sweating. No sweating for you because of the hair, you will not see the sweat. So that one for me, now I get out there, that he will bring that rubber. So that one for not sweating. But what I said, what he said, I'm not going to know about it. I pay my own money. After we have money, all the time, like almost 70,000 in my account.
Tavares, I want to read the viewers' reaction to your speech.
Tonight,
I'm getting a comment here. Yeah, so the first one, Mr. Maya Montu said, don't be so fast. That's what he said as the first thing.
I know it.
And then the second statement he said, please don't dismiss our president. You must slow down.
I know I will say that.
Any reaction to that?
So, bonus wedding will be to be the next incoming president for the United States Association.
Also, Madam President, that was the epic speech of Mr. Colin Morris, the Assistant Financial Secretary for the National Administration. What does that mean to you, having the secretary, the man who was once on Facebook and campaigning against you, and he is now saying you are the best person to be the president of our union? What do you make of that?
Wow, thank you for asking, Manisi. Like I said the other night when Mr. Morris did the endorsement, I said, 'cause for me, I'm a woman of faith, and whatever I do in this world, I put God first in everything that I do. When when the whole thing came and I decided to jump in the race, and Kudi was one of those that used to go on a Saturday show and beat his chest and say, anybody play with my green, he even told myself several times. But people used to come to me and say, can you imagine Kudi, your own Kudi is the one, running campaign against you. And I used to tell people, you leave Kudi alone. You leave Kudi alone. Kudi knows the truth. And the time will come that Kudi will change his mind. Because Kudi worked with me and Kudi know who I am. I make Kudi my COS. I recommended Kudi to even be the assistant secretary to Mr. Green Jr. administration. So for me, it doesn't matter If Kudi want to support the national president, that's okay. But like I said, Kudi is like the prodigal son that left his father's house with all the riches that were in there, with all the enjoyment, and decided to go his own way. And then when he went his own way and he saw all the things that were going on, he was struggling, he couldn't get his way through. He said, why would I sit here and allow the slaves in my father's house to enjoy the best of my father while I'm sitting here and struggling? Let me go back to my father's house so I can enjoy the privilege that everybody else had. So he went back. When the father went, did the father do? People thought the father did wrong. Even the brothers got mad, but the father threw a party and said, welcome home, my son. So with open arms, I welcome Mr. Kudi Morris back to where he belongs in the first place. Kudi is my Kudi, and I knew that Kudi would come back. So for me, I am not surprised because I know Kudi. If nobody know Kudi, I know Kudi personally because I work with Kudi. So I am glad that he made that pronouncement on his own. Nobody forced him to do it. He came to my birthday party and he decided to do it at his own will. And that's the best thing about our democracy. That's the best thing that, let people be who they are. Let them do what they feel that is right. Don't push them to do anything because if you push them, they will go the other way. But if they do it from the bottom of their heart, then it's good. So I'm glad we welcome him to the Mayors and Money campaign
So
with
what does
open
it mean?
arms.
What does it mean for your campaign to have such a man? Kudi has his own influence, especially among the elders. What does it mean for your campaign?
It means a lot. It means a lot. You know, everybody, Kudi is one of those. The reason Kudi have influence over most of the elders here that people don't know, Kudi is one of those that is willing to do anything for anybody. So most of the elders, especially our old mom that in this town, when they need to go to the market, when they need to do anything, they call Kudi. Kudi will be at their door to take them. If they need to go to a doctor appointment, anything, so Kudi is a person, he is very flexible. Kudi will do anything for anybody. So because of that, that's why a lot of the old man relate to him. And for him coming to our camp, it means a lot. That means people that support him will also support us, you know. And
Right.
that's how it goes, They say when you haul road, road haul bush. So
That's
when you
right.
get Kudi haul his own supporters, and that's a big deal. Some people may take it and say, oh, I get Kudi. But they don't know the impact, they don't know Kudi. They don't know the strength. Even in the Grand Judea community, Kudi got people in the Grand Judea community that relate to him. So it's a big deal. We are happy to have Kudi in our camp. It's all about the Sapo people. It's not about me. It's about the changes that we are looking for to bring in the Sapo community. So we are glad to have Kudi on our side.
Okay, Madam President, I have a loaded agenda today, so let's get to congratulations once again for having Mr. Morris on your side. That's a very powerful man to be on your team. So I just want to now I want you to let the cat out of the bag. What brought you out on the impromptu basis? What's going on?
Thank you, Mr. Malisi Freeman. And first of all, I want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers in our union. Thank you on behalf of our chapter, we were able to, read that post to say the greetings to all the fathers in our union. Well, indeed, the fathers are the backbone of the homes. Without, if there's no father in the house, there are a lot of mothers that are doing well, that are doing both father and, fatherly and motherly, carrying on the duties of the both female and male. But we all understand as women that father plays an important role in the home. They played an important role. So we want to say congratulations on this Father's Day weekend I just passed. But what brought me here today? As you know, I don't normally come on live. I don't. If you see me on live, it is important. And like I said, I think we were having a executive meeting one time, and I said some of us we are not in this organization because we're looking for publicity. It's not about it. We, we are not in this organization because so we can bluff and pass around. Deep down in my heart, for me, my prayer every day is God help me, bless me, so I can make a difference in the lives of people, you know. And that's why some of us think that collectively, because individually I can do stuff on my own, but collectively we can do more. The more people you got together, the more you can do. If I can send $5 on my own, if you got 10 person, we can send $50. So that's why some of us are in this organization. But we are not in this organization for power struggle. We are not in this organization, that we should be looked down upon, that we should be insulted on a daily basis. We are not in this organization, even though, like I said, sexism exists, but there are females today around the world that are doing more than a male counterpart. So people should respect that. It was before then when female used to stay home and just be a housekeeper, you know, it used to be somebody that just take care of the children and take care of the home. But today, both female and male, they are out there looking for survival for their children. So what brought me on today is why do
Madam President, please hold your thought. Says Amelia.
yeah.
Um, I want you to just stay on for a little bit. After the president, I will let you know to get on, please. All right. Yeah, just get and follow just follow the discussion. I will let you know when she's done. I will ask you to come on.
All right.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Okay. So what brought me on? Number one, why do the president call national teleconference most of the time? Why? Why do the president call a general teleconference? And the reason I asked that question to say why does he call that conference is why call conference if somebody else have a different opinion, it becomes a problem. Then why do you call a general teleconference? Because the last time I checked, if a president call a general teleconference, especially when the president said that I'm trying to NCT or try to get information from every member within the union so as to know how to make decision, is the president is looking for opinion, different opinion from other people, so that based upon those opinions he can make decision. That's why he called national teleconference. But what I realized in the past time, or what I realized from the time the Judeo administration came into being, is every time there's a teleconference call, if you have a contrary view from what the administration expect, for example, if the president cabinet, because they call it executive, if you have a contrary view from what they are saying, you become the target. So if they say let's do A, and you say no, I think if you do B, it would be better this way instead of you doing A. The next thing, either you on Samuel Shekpeh show on Saturday and be attacked for saying let's do B. Or if the president cabinet want you to do red and you say, I think blue will be better than red, you are under attack. For me, I'm a public figure. So for me, like I said, if I'm attacked most of the time, it doesn't matter to me. Like I told them, you got a long time to deal with me. So you either accept me so we can have a smooth operation, or you get me bitter for the rest of your life because I'm not going anywhere. But every time I say something on a teleconference, I'm under attack. If it's not from the coordinator, it will come from the planning committee. It will come from the man of God, evangelical, that I think supposed to be the man of God that's supposed to unite us with his voice. He's the one that can even inflame the situation first. Then everybody else follow. So, like you say, you got more shows. So let me just go straight to the point.
Right.
Samuel Shekpeh, always in the habit of insulting the elders in our community. Always. Where is our tradition? Like I said the other time, when Jane Yonte insulted our sister Carter, and the president came and condemned me, I said that was the right thing to do. Because our tradition does not allow a man to insult a female. In the same token, our tradition does not allow a boy to insult others or to disrespect others. When I was growing up, if an elder is speaking, you are not even allowed to speak. You are not even allowed to be around there. But why it is that every time Samuel Shekpeh come on Facebook and insult the elders and our president is muted, because everything that Samuel Shekpeh do is in his favor. He is there to put people down. He is there to insult people in the interest of the president. Is that how we're going to run this administration? That when anybody tries to go against the president on issues surrounding our union, you will be attacked? Let it go on Sunday meeting, not the executive and board, but the president called a general meeting, and everybody spoke. And myself, I spoke. I said, Mr. President, you got cabinets, you got your chapter presidents. We are the one that talk to our members in the chapter every day. So the first thing you want to do is call the chapter presidents with the executive. Let us have our own indoor meeting and come to an agreement. Then we can call a general meeting, and whatever we agreed upon, and we can tell them so they can have an input. But you do not call the general meeting first before you call the chapter president. That is the other way around. Okay. So, Mother Mabel Saydee, Mother Mabel Saydee, that are you there?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Without hearing background noise from your end.
You still
Mother
hearing the
Mabel,
noise?
no, it's gone now.
Okay.
Mother Mabel Saydee, everybody talking about the convention. The Florida president, everybody talking about the convention. We all know, we watch TV every day. Nobody want to force convention to go to Florida. No. You think I don't have a life? I got my father laying in the nursing home that I have to take care of every day. Everyone has a life, but it's something that we have to discuss because the president term is over in August. So what do we do? People got opinion. So other people will say, I can name several people which I don't want to go into, that even said that they on the phone that if we cannot go to Florida, let we set up interim government that will take us to election. There were a lot of people come. Other people said no, let the administration remain until we go for convention. So they have various opinions.
Right.
And Mother Mabel Saydee came and said, my children, she's possible. I know there will be no convention because of what's going on. But I think we can set up interim government that can carry out to convention. What is the bad thing that was said? What was the bad thing that this woman said? That she has to be on a Saturday show. That Samuel Shekpeh will take over 20, 25 minutes of his show to disrespect this old woman that can burn him 20 times. And the president is muted. Samuel Shekpeh do it to the board of directors, Mr. Esau Sakwe. Every none of them insult Esau Sakwe and saying that Esau Sakwe does not like the president. And the last time I checked in Florida, these are the same people that brought the president to power. But today they are the enemies of the president. How much have Samuel Shekpeh contributed towards the USAA? That he's in the habit of insulting people every day. Mother Mabel Saydee. These are people that hold this organization together for years. These are the people. So I am here today to condemn the act of Samuel Shekpeh.
Okay.
Mother
Okay.
Mabel Saydee, not only a mother, but she is a member of the Delaware Valley chapter. And I will not sit upon it and allow somebody to insult her or to disrespect her without me saying anything. I don't care who you are, whether you're supporting Mr. Green Jr. or not. It is not about support here, though. It's about doing the right thing. When Mr. Green Jr. came here and you asked a question and said, what did I do? These were some of the things that I named. When people got mad and said, oh, she called the president in her chapter and she said XYZ. But if you are the national president and you can condone your supporter insulting people every day just because they're trying to protect you, every time you talk about election, it becomes a problem to the Green Junior administration. So when we were inducting you into offices in Durham, North Carolina, don't you think that your time was going to come to an end? That you are going to have a competitor maybe one day? So because you have a competitor now today, the whole administration is bitter against everybody. But I'm here today that this should be the first and the last for Mr. Shekpeh to ever say anything to Mother Mabel Saydee. This woman can born here, she got children, and she does not deserve to be insulted on a Saturday show just because she make one remark. Why you can't go after everybody else that made remark that day? So that's why I'm here today, Zaya Pole.
Okay, okay, Madam President, thank you so much. Again, like I said, I have a loaded agenda today. So I want to say thank you so much for coming to express your view again to the people. I think you are doing the right thing. Um, if somebody, I think you came here before and you spoke to the issue of James Yonte disrespecting Madam Carlo, and you denounced that move that was made. I think so. I think I didn't listen to Samuel Shekpeh, but I think you guys are listening to him, and also you are the leaders for the community. You have the right to address these things when they come up. So we want to say thank you so much for coming on. If you have a parting comments, you can give it to us so I can bring my next guest.
So my party comment today is I'm reaching out to the national president so he can condemn the act of Mr. Samuel Shekpeh like he did in the past, because this is not a thing to do. We don't want to bring chaos within our community. We want, and like I tell my supporters, this support organization will never split because Francis Maya want to be president. No, it will never. But I'm calling on the national president to please do not condone the act of your supporter insulting people. It is not the right thing to do. That is not something that will make you to continue to be the best leader that you want to be. And I just tell you, thank you for having me, Mr. Malesi. And I hope that Mr. Samuel Shekpeh will hear the broadcast loud and clear, that it should never be repeated in our community. We were brought up to respect our elders, and that's how it's going to be. Thank you for having me. Happy
All right, thank
Father's
you.
Day again to everybody.
Thank you, thank you. That's so, ladies and gentlemen, that's the president of the Delaware Valley chapter, Madam Francess C. So let me get the president up here, and I will bring the next person here for us. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, again, like I told you, these guests, they are impromptu, meaning that it's not something that was pre-planned. And so at this time, I have the honor to bring on the Vice President of the Florida chapter of the United Southwood Association in the Americas. Sis Amelia is my next guest here. Let me get her here for us. And here she comes. All right. My brother VP, you want to sit a little bit upright here, all the way down. Yeah, a little bit up. Perfect, perfect. It was okay that way. When you come up a little bit, please. Let's see here. Let me get something. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, excellent, excellent. All right, all right.
Can you see me, Dad?
Yeah, you're clear. You're clear. So, how you doing? Welcome to the Voice of Sound. This is your first time. How you doing today?
I am so excited to be online with you live.
No, me too. Me too.
First of all, I want to say thank you so much. God bless you for this show because it's helped us speak out and continue to do what you continue to do, man. God bless you, my brother. And
Thank
thank you
you.
again for having me on.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, again, this is the vice president, one of the leaders of our six chapters in the union. We have 6 chapters. The Florida chapter, she is one of the leaders. She is the vice president for the Florida chapter. So her name is Madam Amelia Tajellah. Madam VP, what's going on? I haven't seen you here before. What is going on? Let us know what's going on here.
I know I have a message for Samuel Shekpeh and Green Gideon. That's the main reason why I'm here today.
Okay, what's the message?
Yeah, First of all, because,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
First of all, before I say anything, I want to say happy blessed Father Day to you and the rest of the supplement in the America. I hope you all have a wonderful Father Day and God bless you all. And thanks again for having me. My main reason of coming onto this show was because of Samuel Shekpeh. I'm going to take my time because I want you to hear me. I want the video to be shared because I'm really speaking to Samuel Shekpeh and Green Gideon. I'm going to call him Green because he's not my president as far as I'm concerned.
Wow, those are strong words.
Oh yes, as far as I'm concerned, Green is not my president. And the reason why I said that, I will address it before I come to Samuel Shekpeh. Samuel Shekpeh, as I saw a video was shared to me last night concerning Samuel Shekpeh's show. And then, okay, maybe a lot of people who watch it might not know who I am, but my name is Helena Saydee, but in America they call me Amelia. I'm Mother Mabel Saydee's daughter. So that's the reason why I came live today to speak to Samuel Shekpeh and Green Gideon. I always used to watch Samuel Shekpeh talk show. But a lot of time when I get on it, he does not say anything that makes sense. It was always insulting elderly, cursing people, calling people by name. So I decided not on the show.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So I decided not to watch a show anymore. But last night while home, a video was shared to me. And the person said, well, you need to listen to the video. It's Samuel Shekpeh. And when I turned on the video, all I heard was insults, disgrace, abuse to my mother, Mother Mabel Saydee. And I got so upset. I even took the video and shared to all my family members. This lady, Mother Mabel, she's not just an ordinary woman. She's a special person. She is a mother. And then Samuel Shekpeh said that she didn't have right to say that Green, that we should put interim government for Green when his term is over. I want to tell Samuel Shekpeh, I don't know how long he been in America, but America, the Constitution says America is freedom of speech. Everybody in America has the right to say anything they want to say. Everybody in America are entitled to their opinion. So who is Samuel Shekpeh to tell me when does my mother talk or how does she talk? Who is him to tell her that? The reason why I have a message for Samuel Shekpeh, he has been doing it for a very long time and people stay silent. But when it comes to Mabel Saydee, the family would not stay silent. I'm telling Samuel Shekpeh now, he's been disrespecting a lot of Sapo people, the alias, and nobody want to say anything. But on behalf of my Saydee family, Mabel Saydee family, we have a warning for Samuel Shekpeh because the very next time Samuel Shekpeh will get on media and insult my mom and insult our mother, Mother Mabel Saydee, he will have a lot of people to contend with because he was very rude. He was very disrespectful. And Samuel Shekpeh was in Liberia today. Let me tell you, my brother. Samuel Shekpeh and your whole generation can live on the Mabel Saydee roof and she can feed them and support them. Even me, being Mabel Saydee dollar in America, I'm not bragging. But Samuel Shekpeh can stay with me. He and his family, he can stay with me. I'm telling you, I'm not bragging. But I'm telling him, Samuel Shekpeh think he's educated, but he's not educated. And the reason why I would say this, and he was so much educated, what he said about my mom, he would have come on social media to say what he said because America is freedom of speech. All the lady said was, Green, if your term is over, we need an interim government. What's so bad into that? That Samuel Shekpeh said, my mom does not know nothing about Constitution. She don't know what she's talking. She speak to Green as a 13 years old, and the very next time she do it, it will not be easy. She did the same thing in North Dakota and this and that. But Samuel Shekpeh, I got a message for you. The very next time, listen, Kenneth. The Congo message on hymns to the wise is quite sufficient. I want you to get it. You're not educated, because if you're educated, you will not be mapping the hospital floor for your job. Okay? I will speak it to you. I'm way you're not older than you. So I dare you the very next time you speak to my mother, very undisrespectful like that, you're going to have me to contend with. You have been doing it. And enough is enough. Because when you pour rope will pour bush. I'm saying this because they let Daniel Saydee as my brother. And you know where we came from. So don't let me even go there. So the very next time you got to insult my mom on national TV, you have to think twice. Because you will never do it anymore. I'm going to defy you that you will never ever insult any elder in the Sapo land anymore. Mother Saydee is the very last person that you will ever put your teeth on because you got people to contend with. Her kids her children have started calling you already. And I lived in Florida for 20 years. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. I've been in this state for 20 years. And here in Jacksonville, let me tell you, it's stand your ground. If you come to Jacksonville, Florida and bring that nonsense, what you see, that you're going to jack my out of my mind hand, I dare you, Samuel, you can't do that. Because when you do it, and my mind feel insulted and threatened by you, you're going to face the consequences. I swear to anything, I will, and I will handle you that I never seen you before. I will not even do it the Liberian way, because you should have think twice before you put your mouth on that lady. You told me she should lay down and spread her breast. Why would she lay down and spread her breast onto you and Green? You're not her kids. You are very rude. You can't be Mabel Saydee kids, because we Mabel Saydee kids, we respect people. We respect elderly. We don't go online cursing people. We don't do nothing to people who mind our own business. So the very next time I'm telling you this now, if you insult my mom, I'm going to bring some soap and hand sanitizer and some bleach to bleach your mouth, because our mouth need to be clean. I think that's what you deserve in America. And to Green is not our president. He's only president for the Minnesota chapter. No other chapter, no Green. No other chapter, no Green. Because Green is not acting like a president. He's not acting like one, and I'm not going to treat him like one. Green, the message come to you. I'm not even going to pour hand to your knee. I'm not even going to call you President Green, because you're not my president from the beginning. You don't treat the president. Yes. Yes.
I got your message, and I think the listeners, they got your message.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think just in the future, what we do is let at least address the person that commits an affront. So instead of getting the whole generation or the whole family, I mean, I think it's gonna a little harsh. So let's deal with the gentleman. Whatever he did, I mean, you can speak to that, and we can just. I don't want to broaden the scope. It will not be fair to the rest of the family members.
Okay, if I call the family, I'm sorry, because Milton is my chairman. Of course, I have to respect him. He's my chairman, so I have to respect him. But me and Samuel Shekpeh, I'm so mad, I'm so upset. Enough is enough. How long will this guy who less than 40 years old insult anything and nobody say anything about it? They didn't see that video when Samuel Shekpeh sat over there and called Mabel Saydee names and talk about taking mic out of her hands. The woman got grandkids. The woman got children. And we all married. We are responsible for our husband. Could I even get online and talk to Samuel Shekpeh? But I told them we're going to handle it the best way we can. Because Samuel Shekpeh, everybody knows him. And for me, I'm not afraid of him. I'm a leper in my own right, and I can speak anytime I want to speak. Because this country is a freedom. You got freedom of speech. That's why when you do spy in this country and you get arrested by the police, they say anything that you say is going to be used against you in the court of law. That means you're free to say anything. So then who is Samuel Shekpeh telling my mom she should consult Green Gideon, call him before she said a word? And this thing happens this Saturday. When Green gonna come out? When Jana cussed Carla the other day, he was the same Green calling people. We can't do this, we're not allowed this. So this happens this Saturday, today is Tuesday. When will Green come out to say something? And then the reason why I say he's not my president, because Samuel Shekpeh said that my mom addressed Green like a 13 years old. And the very next time she do it, it will be a whole fight. It will be a war, because it almost raised a war in North Dakota. I was not in North Dakota, but that's what he said on the video. So that means Green accept whatever Samuel said. He supported the idea. You understand? Which really piss me off and make me mad. I'm so pissed off. I don't know what to do. Just thinking about Samuel Shekpeh putting his mouth on Google people where he can live with one children and grandchildren. Who is Samuel Shekpeh, by the way? Anyways.
All right, Madam President, I got a long line. Other people are in the line, so I just I didn't listen to the gentleman. So Mother Saydee is all of us, our mother, and whatever you say, I want to use the platform on behalf of the Voices Handle to say it's of never mind to you and the family. I mean, it's not right, as you rightly said. I mean, our culture does not allow us to be speaking to elders like that. It just whatever the case may be. A lot of people say, "Oh, did you listen to it?" But no, I didn't listen. But I just want to say, calm down, please, and let's try to handle the issue. I mean, if I knew what exactly this is what you want to talk about, I want us to talk about it first behind the scene before we come public. So people don't see it like, oh, the United Support Association is going apart. We are not, but I think it's necessary sometimes to speak to some of these issues. You better come public, so I think this is very something that I got to you. Yeah, but if you want to give up your parting comments so I can bring my next guest on, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And I will say thank you again for having me. And then people that know Samuel Shekpeh, they should pull him by the ears. Because when you pull Bush, Bush will pull rope. So this should be a very first and last time insulting my mom. And I say thank you again. I really appreciate you having me on your show. God bless you and goodbye.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you.
All right,
All right,
bye-bye.
so ladies and gentlemen, that's the Vice President of the Florida chapter of the United Support Association, Madam Mistress Amelia Tajellah right there. So at this time, I have the honor to bring on my last guest for the day. We have a lot of things to talk about. That's the member of the board of directors. That's Mr. Milton Shekpeh is my next guest here. So let me bring the honorable on here so we can get the ball rolling. Mr. Shekpeh.
Yes, Doc.
Welcome to the Voice of Sound once again. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you so much. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you. I'm well. I'm well. How is
Okay.
Minnesota?
Well, Minnesota is all right. A little bit warm here today. You know, this is summertime, so it's the kind of temperature that we expect during this time of the year. But it's warm. It's cold. I mean, it's warm, but it's nice. Very
Okay.
nice.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, but how are you guys coping with the COVID-19?
Well, the COVID-19, the cases are kind of a little bit going up in Minnesota again, you know, because a lot of businesses are opening now. So a lot of folks are coming out. And so those things are going on. But our state is not really bad off when it comes to other states like Florida and Arizona and Utah. This morning, I mean, last night, I was reading something about Utah that they're even trying to go back, I mean, to have a shutdown of the entire state. So Minnesota is doing well when it comes to the COVID-19, but the cases are still here. People are still, I mean, dying all of the time still. But
All
businesses
right.
businesses are opening up, and people are doing a normal business as usual.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Good. So, what's going on today? What is the big deal?
Well, I want to talk a few things about what's going on in the community right now. We are all aware that our organization, the United Support Association in the Americas, will be we should be going for the convention in Florida. But looking at the prevailing situations in Florida concerning the coronavirus pandemic and the widespread of the virus in Florida, I think there's the possibility of having a convention is not is not it seems not to be real. So we'll be discussing the issue of the convention, the issue of the elections, and all of important issues that have to do with the leadership, the kind of leadership that we're dealing with right now, that's being led by Mr. Gideon. So those are things that we might be talking about. Also, we'll be discussing the package, the coronavirus package that was passed, that we approved, the board approved with the administration, and a couple of almost a month and a half now. That package has not been sent to Liberia. So, and we want to be discussing those issues, why the package is still not being sent, and why the administration is being so slow on a lot of things. And also, we'll be pointing out some of the failures of the administration and our way out of the whole situation. My own suggestion and ideas.
Okay. Good. Good. All right. Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That's Mr. Milton Shekpeh. He doesn't mince words, but you said something. You said this kind of
Mhm.
leadership we have. What sort of leadership do we have?
Well, as I said, as time goes by into our deliberations, today I will be talking about the failures, the many failures of the administration from the time they came to power, the time we elected the president from 2017 up to now. So there are many failures that I'll be talking about. But first and foremost, before we start, I will like to kind of take a few things out of my decks here first. If you don't mind, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to welcome our listeners as well. People that listen to us via Facebook, listening in Liberia or in the United States, or where you are. I want to say welcome to the show. Uh, I want to first say that I listened to the two speakers before me, Madam President Myers, and our own sister from Florida, Elena Tijari, who's the vice president for that chapter. I listened to them, candid, and I listened to what both of them said. Uh, I just want to address that issue quickly. I really did not listen to Samuel, Samuel Shekpeh show on Saturday. I did work. It's gone weekend, and normally I don't really listen to a show in entirety. Entirety. Sometimes I watch part of it, and sometimes I don't. But the two speakers spoke something that have to do with Mother Mabel Saydee, and that Samuel Shekpeh said on his show. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I it was this morning when I got a phone call from my uncle, Uncle Duncan from Philadelphia. He called me if I even heard it or I even or listened to the tape, and I said no. You're the first person that even calling me about what Samuel Shekpeh said on Saturday. So I don't really know. I haven't watched the tape, and I don't know what he said. And after that, I mean, we listened to the two speakers, the two previous speakers. They spoke on that. Madam Myers and also Mom Mabel Saydee, own daughter from Florida. I listened to her. I listened to both of them. I listened to let's say Madam Tajellah, and I could really feel the uh the way she feeling. I know what Samuel Shekpeh said. I don't listen to the tape as again. I haven't listened to it yet. But from what she said she listened to the tape. She even shared the tape to most of her family members. And I could listen to her voice. She's very, very frustrated. If someone says something about your mom, I mean, it's that feeling hurt, even your parents as a whole. So it's not a good thing. But as I said, I never received any call. I mean, she's my friend. We talk a lot, but nobody called me on that issues. Shekpeh is my own little brother in Minnesota here. I mean, if you go on the show and say something, we have family in the community. We can reach out to each other. But also, the family have the right to express how they feel. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, they have the right to express how they feel about the situation. So I understand how she feel. I understand how the family feel. Again, I never listen to that tape. But if it is true that what Samuel Shekpeh has said, what the president Mayo elaborated on, and then follow echoed by the maybe Mabel City own dollar from Florida, then it's a wrong thing that Samuel Shekpeh did. I mean, our community, we shouldn't condone those type of attitude. It's not correct. I don't think it's right that our elders have been around the community, have been serving this community for free of charge. They don't need anything from the community. I don't think that it's necessary that if he crosses that line, again, I want to repeat, because words matters. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm hearing you very well.
Yeah, yeah, words matter. And again, I never listened to Samuel Shekpeh tape. Maybe other people might say, but why you didn't listen to the tape before? You can even say anything like that. But again, he's my brother. And if you listen to what the comments the lady made from Florida, she included even the entire family later. She said, oh, I'm sorry. I mean what I said. But again, if those statements are true, what Shekpeh said on a talk show, on a true talk show about Auntie Mabel Saydee, then absolutely it's wrong. It's unacceptable. The Shekpeh family, we are not very respectful people. We are very generous people. We are open-minded people, and those type of things, you don't think that we can accept as a family that label to be on our family. Say the Shekpeh family are involved. They're doing the type of things like that. So if one individual have done something, be bold to deal with that individual. It's Shekpeh is me. If I come out and say something, let they deal with me because I'm adult and I'm responsible for my own statement. I'm responsible for things that I do. So, I mean, if it's true that Shekpeh did that, then it's wrong. And I just want to say that we cannot accept that, it's wrong. And we want to say, Auntie Mabel, if I know you felt so bad about what's happened, I mean, concerning the tape, I want to speak on behalf of myself that absolutely it's a bad thing. We don't accept that. We are sorry for that. I'm sorry for that when it's happening in that way. It is not correct. I am deeply sorry. So I just want to say that before we move to the next thing. Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you, Dad.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right. So
Hello?
let's get to our agenda here. Our talking points.
Yeah.
The things I think I have an outline here too. So let's call this the current issues facing the USAA. Let's talk about those issues.
Yes. First and foremost, again, we know that with this year is our convention year that we're planning to take place in Jacksonville, Florida. We are all aware of that. The convention was approved in Fargo, North Dakota last year.
Right.
We all know that we're planning for convention before the coronavirus pandemic started in March. It started in March, couple of months since that time. But we, as we all know, looking at the prevailing situations, looking at how things are proceeding right now in Florida and even around the country, with the virus spreading all over the place, there's the possibility of us having the convention is not real. Again, I said it's not possible. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
not possible. And I even spoke to the vice president, Edina Tajellah in Florida, and she also said it's not possible that we can have the convention in Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, so but then what can we do after that, or what can we do? Now we face the issue of having the election, where we need to have a new leadership coming that need to take over the organization, the affairs of the organization, at the end of August this year. But since we are not going for the convention, and we know that the convention is not possible because convention requires preparation. It requires people to get ready, booking hotels, looking for the finances and all those things. But because of the coronavirus pandemic, things are not working out this year, and we cannot have a convention because number one, the safety of our membership matters to us. It matters to the board. It matters to the administration. The safety of all of us that go to the conventions. So if we see that the situation of having the convention is not workable, it's not feasible, there's no board member that's going to say we still have to go. You get what I'm saying? So because the board member themselves, they can read between lines. So as I'm looking at things now, although it's not being official, and it's not being official from the board of directors concerning the cancellation of the convention. But looking at things now, I don't think it's going to be okay, or there's a way out of having the convention this year in Jacksonville, Florida. Again, let me say something here. I am speaking. I just want to make this declaration a little bit before we move forward into our discussions. I am speaking on behalf of myself, Milton Shekpeh. I'm one of the board members from Minnesota. I am not speaking on behalf of the entire board. So any statement that I make here today, or any words that I'm going to say here today, is my own words. It's not the board sending me to say this is what the board decision. So the board going to make a decision based on the situations. So I want to make that very clear that I'm representing myself as a community member who also is a board member of the organization. I see things are going in the wrong direction. We have to speak out as soon as possible. So I just want to make that clarification. Thank you.
Okay. So, but you said the vice president, Madam Tajellah said let you say the convention would not be possible to go ahead. What were the reasons she gave you? What are some of the reasons that she provided to you?
Well, again, some of the reasons that she gave is the safety of our members. Like with the virus wrenching in Jacksonville, the convention was planned to go to Jacksonville. It's still planned to go to Jacksonville, but looking at the situation, it's not going to work. But looking at the virus, the spread of the virus, even the last time I checked in Jacksonville follow on Duval County.
Okay.
So they have over 12% of the population, which is the population of Jacksonville is about close to 90 to 100,000 person. 12% of that population is already being infected by the virus. You get what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it is an issue of safety. So we cannot look at the data that we're getting from Florida right now and still have to say we're going to push a convention, No, because again, the safety and well-being of of our membership, of the people, especially our older folks among us that goes to the convention every year. Their safety comes first. Their safety matters to us. So that what I said when she spoke to me, I said that makes sense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not possible that we're going to go to the convention this year. But then, what is our way out of the whole thing right now, out of the whole scenario? Because we should have the convention. If the convention was going to take place, then we're going to have elections that include changing the board members and also the president, because the president time also finished. So I want for to deal with the issue today based on what the Constitution has provided for us, what the Constitution says in case of the prevailing situation, the natural this thing that happened in natural, that is not the cause of Milton Shekpeh or the cause of the president or the cause of the board. But what the Constitution says about the thing, what can we do? What is in our Constitution, our guidelines that we need to follow? So those are things that I want to give the information to our people today so that they can be aware that these things, there is provision within the Constitution to address the issues.
Okay. That will be a wonderful education for the people to. Yeah, I mean, it's quite necessary for us to get these things.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Let's see. So you want us to start with the Constitution first?
Yes, we can start with the Constitution first, because
right,
the reason I said we should start with the Constitution first, because with what we are facing right now, some people are saying that we have a constitutional crisis, or because the board time over and the administration time over, so we are having a constitutional crisis. And I want to say no, we are not having a constitutional crisis. The Constitution has provided the avenue for to work out this thing. So, and I would like for people to read the Constitution. And the Constitution I'm referring to is the Wakoko Constitution that was approved in Durham 2017. This Constitution was written August 16, 2016, but we got it approved in 2017. So that's the Constitution I'm referring to. We have one Constitution. Some people can say we have two or three, but no, we have one Constitution. So that's the Constitution I'll be referring to. That's some of the articles and the sections of the Constitution. That's what I'll be quoting today in our deliberation. I will move forward to the discussion.
Excellent. Okay. All right. That sounds like we'll make a good discussion today. All right. So
thank you.
What I'm trying to do here is to answer my copy of my phone here. Yeah, okay. But I got a lot of stuff here. But if you have further thoughts before I get to that, you can go ahead. Let's see. I want to eliminate a couple of my devices here. It's not allowing me to get to it.
Okay, I want to say, let's say, belated Father Day to all the fathers, including myself, and all the fathers in our union. I want to say belated Father Day greetings to all of them. I mean, being a father is tough, but it's rewarding. So let us continue the work of being fathers in the lives of our children.
All right. Great. Let's see what will give me access to open this document. It was all good here, but all right, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yes. If you don't have it open, I will tell you the article and the section that we'll be discussing.
Okay.
So we can move forward.
Okay.
Are we okay to proceed?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So now, as I said, the administration time is over by August 31st. We all know that. So Mr. Grillo will either, it all depends the decision that board will make, whether we're going to have an interim leadership or we're going to continue with the current leadership of Mr. Grillo. That is within the prerogative of the board of directors to make that decision. Again, it's up to the board. So when the time reaches to make that decision, I'm going to contribute my quota or my own ideas. But it's not what I'm going to be talking about today. What I'm going to be talking about right now is we have sections in our article, in our Constitution, and I want to first start with Article 13. What Article 13 says, Article 13 would be discussing Section 2.1, and also we'll be touching based on Section 3.1 as well. So I want to read something here. because most people are saying that, oh, the board and the executive time is over. And when I read this constitution, it still gave the board the authority to go ahead even after August. Why am I saying that? And anyone that want to read the constitution, they can read it, because we want to argue on the merit and demerit of the constitution and our way forward out of this.
Which article again?
Or Article 13.
Oh, Article 13. Let me get to my copy.
Yeah.
It's open now.
Article 13, we say X111, which is X the 10 and the 3.
Okay.
Rolling in Romans numerals.
X11. Okay, 111.
X111.
Coming out here quick.
Okay.
So long document.
Let me take a little zip.
X5.
Papi.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, though. Go ahead. While I'm doing that, you can go ahead with that.
Okay, so under Article 13, Section 1, it talks about the composition and numbers of the director first, which is the board.
Okay.
Okay.
So
and then
let me read that. Let me read that so the members can listen to it.
Okay.
So 1.1, right?
Yeah, 1.1, Section 1.1.
So it says the United Support Association in Americas shall have a board of directors consisting of at least 5 permanent members. Is that the same language you got?
Yes.
Okay, 5 permanent members elected by the national, and at least 5 or at least 8 other members, 2 from each chapter, elected by the chapters. Within these limits, the board may increase or decrease the number of directors serving on the board, including for the purpose of staggering the terms of directors.
Yes. The reason I said let look at the article a little bit is that this article actually is not a void right now. This particular section of the article. There are sections, there are various sections within the article. But if you're making an amendment to a constitution, that section is actually being replaced with the amendment being made. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when we met in Fargo, there was an amendment. We haven't had that document should have been embedded in our constitution now, but we'll come to the issues of the president failure. I will address that. We don't have that being amended into our documents yet, but it was approved. Convention made a decision that we want only 9 board members. And the 9 board members, they'll be elected in Florida. But those are still occupying the board positions, going to still be there. But that section of that article, it doesn't really have no bearing right now. But let's go to where I want to start our discussion. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, if you look on powers, this is what I want to look. If you look on powers, you see it's on section 2.1.
2.1, okay.
Yeah, 2.1. And our constitution, we have over 27 different articles in the constitution. So it's a lot of documents to look. It's a lot of documents to look through. So some people might understand part of it, and some people may not. And some people read the whole thing anyway. But if you look on a 2.1 section, Article 13, Section 2.1, I want my listener to take notes, because if you want to argue these things, then bring out a valid argument so that we can all look at what is the best for our organization and following the norms of the constitution of our organization to make a better decision. So if you look on section 2.1, it reads, it said, can I read that?
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine.
Okay. It says that in the absence of the General Assembly, that including all of us going to convention, all corporate powers, it's not even saying power, it's saying powers, shall be exercised by or under the authority of the board, and the affairs of the United Support Association in the Americas shall be managed under the direction of the board, except as otherwise provided by the bylaws. So what I just read is a very simple. It's a very simple English. It explains everything in that section in section 2.1 that the board, in the absent, now we are not going to convention until maybe 2021. So absent means that we are not going to be present into a gathering. Are you understanding me? So it's not possible. So there'll be no gathering in Florida. So that absent means the board still act because the assembly will not meet this year until next year. So the board of directors will still act to manage. It's to manage, and all the corporate powers are being invested into the board. So the argument that some people are making to say that the board of directors don't have the authority to manage the organization after August 31st, that's a bogus argument because it doesn't hold any water. It doesn't. And unless they don't read their own constitution, and the fact that if you can't read the constitution, it's not my responsibility because when you're serving in the administration, you should be able to understand your constitution, read it, and bring your point of argument to the board, or why your argument should fit within our bylaws and constitution. So again, the board has the power after August 31st, when the president term is expired. The board has the power to either do two things. Are you with me?
Yes, yes.
The board can either do two things. The board can find a manager that can manage the organization on the administrative side, while the board still occupies the check and balance of the organization. Because what we have to do here is, first of all, we got to safeguard the organization. The organization is more important than the interest of Milton Shekpeh, the interest of anybody else. So we got to safeguard the organization. How do we safeguard the organization? We can safeguard the organization by following our bylaws and constitution, and it provided in that. So that what I just read that. So those that saying that the board don't have the power to manage the organization when the president is no longer in authority, that argument again is a dead argument. I mean, it can't even go anywhere. So, and then another thing I want to touch on quick on the constitution again.
Before you go ahead, Mr. Shekpeh,
yes, sir.
Some of the words that the people put in here, like they're talking about, because they got the executive with administrative power or powers, if you like, and then you have to go with the corporate powers, if you like. So can you kind of make those words plain when they're talking about corporate versus administrative? What exactly are they talking about?
Well, it's very easy to understand. You know, the organization is being structured in a format that's being run by three different groups, three different organs, but all have to play different roles. So you have the General Assembly, the AG, then you have the board of directors, and then you have the administration. So the administration, they play the administrative work, like for example, the day-to-day activities of the organization. But the corporate power is like, for example, the board has the power is invested in the board to make let's say guide the organization or make recommendations to the organizations and like things that the board can do to improve the organization. So that when they say corporate powers, so I think based on my own understanding, that's what I just want to say. But
so there, to add on to that, I think based on my understanding too, when we look at the word corporate, it has to do with more like you don't have one thing, so you have a bunch of things together. And from my understanding, the board responsibility is to hold a group of people together or to unite us. Or should anything happen, the board is in charge because the constitution is clear. In the absence of the General Assembly, the board is in charge.
Exactly.
So the welfare of the organization, the welfare or the well-being of the organization is predicated on what the board does.
Definitely.
So it's the board members are very, very important. And like you rightly said, we'll go into some of the articles because the president also is subject to the board of directors. If you read our constitution, everything has to get the approval of the board of directors, which is in that case you cannot even argue with the board members because you cannot do something independently based on your constitution. All right, so let's go to the next thing you want to talk about.
It's not. It can happen like that because like everything that the administration have to do, they have to let the board know and they have to go through the approval of the board. So those things, I mean, they are like common thing to understand anyway. But let's go to the same article 13. Let's go at section 3.1.
Okay, 3.1.
Are you with me?
Yeah, 3.1. Yeah.
Yeah, 3.1 under terms, under the board terms, with the tenure, the time they stay, and the time they leave, and all that.
So 3.1 says all directors shall be elected to serve their required and stipulated term. However, the term may be extended until a successor has been elected.
Okay. So that is another thing that they have to understand. So the people that are saying that they both time over, they both cannot leave. Although they both have a term, they turn to stay. But the Constitution make it very clear that they both still have to be in authority until they can have another successor to the board of directors. And the reason is that you cannot leave the organization vacuum. You get what I'm saying? So the framework that they put out, wrote the Constitution, they wrote it in a way that they never they never anticipated that this thing is going to happen. But there's a way that the Constitution can make it very clear that when these things happen, natural things happen, there's a way to go about doing it. And it make it very clear here that the board have to have a successor. What's a successor? Is somebody that will replace you, right? So when I'm on a job and they like, for example, the company want to say, oh, Milton, you have 4 years to stay on the job as maybe a corporate executive supervisor or whatsoever based on the contract. After that, we'll have somebody to succeed you. They'll have another person first to succeed me before I can leave. Because you have to turn over documentation. You get what I'm saying? You got to transition. You got to transition. The nurse leaders are coming, like, for example, nurse board members are becoming, they'll be transitioned into the organization. They have to know the working of the organization. They'll understand the constitution of the organization. They'll understand the functionalities of all these things. So you cannot just leave it. So that make it very clear again to those that are bent, that want to be bent on creating confusion in our union when it's not necessary. I mean, it's not necessary to create confusion at all, because it make it our bylaws and constitution, it makes it very clear. So I don't know why people are trying to serve all our interests, all of people's interests, and serving the union interest. And for me, I'm not here to serve anybody's interest, but to do what is right for the organization, to do what is right for our community as members to move forward. So that clause alone in our constitution gave the board authority after August 31st, when Mr. Gideon term expired, the board can manage the affairs of the organization. So again, that discussion is up to the board of directors to come up with a meeting to discuss the way forward, how to move on after August 31st. So that discussion is not what I'm going to go into today. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, this chapter, to add on to what the clause you just pointed out, I think to understand, I think the framers of the Constitution, they anticipated something like this will happen. They know that in the future, they don't know exactly what will happen, but they have an idea. They know that things can happen. And so in order for right now, the framers not put this in the Constitution. Like you say, August 31st, that means all the leaders of the organization will be out,
Out, yes.
And
out.
So in order for the leadership to remain in place, they say, you know what? The board members must have successor. People must replace them before the outgoing one can leave, So which I think it makes sense, because the national administration, the president and team, they will be out. So if the board channel also expires, who runs the affairs of the organization? So the framers, they were quite wise to put this in the Constitution that says that there must be a successor. There will be somebody to replace the guys before the old guys can leave. So it makes so you guys now, everything is incumbent upon you now. If green term expires in August, to find new team to put it. If you want to maintain the guy, it's up to you. But everything is in your hand now.
That's what I'm saying. So again, you just make that very clear. The board have to have a successor before they leave. And we'll go to the duties of the president on Article 15. So I'm going to read also the duty of the president and the functions. I'm going to also read that. So those things are very, very, there are some things in the Constitution that I disagree with, but again, it's a document that were approved by the body. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm Milton Shekpeh, and I say, because this one doesn't fit me, or this one fit me, or this is what I like of the Constitution, or this is what I don't like about the Constitution. No, they wrote this based on the level playing field. There's things that we don't agree with, that while we meet our conventions, we make changes. So this whole argument here, I want to put it to rest. Folks, our community deserves better. We have to do the right thing to move our organization forward. This is not about someone against Gideon or someone against Milton or someone like Francis, someone that like the other person. Is what we can do that is within the confines of our constitution to get a new leadership or whatsoever that we have to do to safeguard the organization is important. It's very, very important. So we got to think about that. Then there's some people in some corners, especially from the president's or inner circles, to be making some unnecessary arguments that have no basis. We don't really have time for those type of things. We should base our arguments on the provision of the document that we have in our possession so that we can also put our point across. So I just want to make that point very clear. The community is important than all of us. So let me do quickly. Let's jump to the Article 15 and let's talk about the duties of the president. Maybe somebody will say, but then why didn't you talk about the president on the duties too?
Right.
Yeah, so let's go to Article 15, which is XV.
Yeah, actually, I'm there.
Okay, and I'm gonna read the whole because it's not that long. The president.
Necessary. I'll even thinking for us to read all the powers of the board of directors and all the powers of the executive, so that the people will know the functions of these two bodies. That's all I thought. Yeah.
Okay, I just kind of went to some session because with the board there are so many stuff that they have. I mean, so many responsibility that they give the board. So, and maybe if you got time, some people may not want to stay too long and all that. So I just want to make it very interesting topic.
Okay.
If people have a doubt, they can call me. My number is 952-239-8466, or you can email me mds4747@yahoo.com, and I'm going to send them a copy of the Constitution if they don't have it. Okay. So let's go. Are you with me?
Yes, I'm following.
Okay. So let's go on Article 15. Which talks about the duties of the officers.
Right.
And it starts with the national president. And I'm going to read that. So in section 1.2, it says, the national president shall be the administrative head of the organization and shall serve as ex officer on all standing on all standing committee and ad hoc committees.
Right.
In section 1.3 says, the national president shall, with the consent of the board of directors, appoint the chairpersons and members of the standing and ad hoc committees. All such executive appointees shall serve as the will and pleasure of the national president. Okay. Section 1.4. The national president shall preside over all meetings, like our teleconferences and things we have. The national teleconference, the president presides over that. Or all meetings of the national executive committee. The National Executive Committee of the Association and the sessions of the General Assembly. That when we meet at General Assembly, the President presides over that because our authority he exercises that. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm following.
So there are certain things when it comes to the President, he accepts them when it comes to the Constitution. He presides. When we go to convention, nobody presides. Not the board presides. He presides. And then when it comes to certain part of the Constitution, they say, oh, no, we didn't want our other part. Our other part doesn't fit me. So I'm just going to take the one that fit me. We're not going to run a community organization like that. Because it's number what fit you, what don't fit you. So then under section 1.5, it says again, the national president shall be official spokesman of the association and shall sign all official communications and correspondence that shall be sent out by the association to all organizations and individuals. So that when something happens, the president make a statement. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because he has that power to do that. The national president shall submit a proposal annual budget to the General Assembly for approval. That has to be done at conventions.
Right.
And sections 1.6, which is just 6 sessions, the president shall serve as a secretary to the board of directors, but have no voting right on the board. So that is the powers that the Constitution provided to the president. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To the president. So it's a very, very simple thing that people are trying to say that the organization going to split, or if Green Deal not president, then after August the organization going to split. The organization is not going to split. As I said, the board going to decide what they're going to do. Moving forward after August 31st, but splitting of the organization, maybe if some people want to do that, they're doing it on their own, or let's say self-interest, but they are not doing it in the interest of the Sabo community in America. Maybe they want to do it on their own self-interest. So That's it on that issue of the Constitution. That the board after August 31st again, the president term for 3 years expired, and the board want to make a decision. I, as a member on the board, when the time comes for discuss it, I'm going to contribute my ideas. So that's something I'm going to say my position. So some people say, "Oh, Milton, what's a position?" I can't come up with any position right now because the board not even discussed that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can't jump the gun. So I gotta wait. So as time goes by, my position will be clear on those issues or what to do next and what the organization need to do to move forward. Also, there are other people that might talk about interim leadership. Yeah, it's possible we can have an interim leadership. Again, I said that the decision is up to the board. It's possible that we go with the executive administration, maybe for another year, if possible. Maybe for a year, maybe might come with some conditions. All those things, maybe the president, if they I'm saying all those things based. I said it's things that when the board have to discuss that, it's things that we might discuss. I'm not saying those are things that I'm supporting right now. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I want to make that very clear. So there are a lot of ways we can get out of the situation right now. Well, a lot of ways, and our constitution make it very clear. So it'd be better that we follow our documents and then people trying to make arguments that doesn't make no sense.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Shekpeh, before you go ahead, let me do a little commercial. So, if you're just joining the show, welcome to the Voice of Sano. With Esoteric, we are here. I'm here today with a member of the board, Mr. Milton Shekpeh. He's my frequent guest here. He comes here to educate us so that the people will know what is going on in the union, because he's one of the leaders at the level of the board. And so it's necessary sometimes to bring him on board so that we can get these sort of little tips that we are getting today. They are vital. They are little, but they are vital, very important for us to, go ahead, how to govern the organization when people are saying things, what to say, regarding. So, Milton, excellent work. I'm following. What else you want to talk about?
Okay. Next thing we'll be talking about we'll be talking about the failures of the GDO administration, and then we'll talk about the COVID-19 package that been delayed. We're also going to talk about that very briefly too. So, I want to start. I want to say that leadership matters. When people elect into a position, especially in your community, they expect a lot from you to produce. You get what I'm saying? And and one thing I noticed from this GDO administration is he lacks so many things. You understand? He lacks communication. Skills that a good leader needs. He doesn't have them. And this is not possible. We are saying that he has demonstrated that over the years. So many things will happen in the community. You now talk about it. Once it's not in is not in your favor. You only approach issues that is in your favor, and that's not leadership. It's not what leadership is. It's not a good leadership skills. A good leader, you don't have to please people that are within your inner circle, your personal friends, because what your personal friends wants, once you please them, then you are okay. That's not a leadership, and we are seeing that over and over and over. Even when we have meeting, like this gone Sunday, the board director called a meeting with the national, so we can discuss these things, so that we can just make our way forward and how this thing will be approached. It was a lot of confusion. It was a lot of insults and all that. You understand? The president, Sago, some of the members are going to need them. Like Robert Tuba, Casey Wally. You have Cesar Tober, or even the planning national planning chairman Christopher Wally. These guys will come to a board meeting without even having a talking point, and all they're going to do is just disturb the meeting. They just disturb the meeting. So, that's not leadership. And you see the president will sit there without even saying a word to say, "Oh, no, gentlemen, this is not how we think the organization should be conducted. This is not how we should go, or we should approach each other as friends or as the same members of the same community." You will be mute. You get what I'm saying?
But Mr. Shekpeh, so
yes.
Do you guys have rules like during meeting? I understand there are a lot of noise that be going on during you guys section. People will come and just talk randomly. Do you guys have some sort of rules that govern or that should guide the participants, or people can just talk across the board? How do you guys do it?
Well, if the board and the national executive meeting or the chairman of the board presides over the meeting, so like the same way if the national president call a meeting, he presides over that meeting. But again, there's no ground. The ground rules, yes, it's not a written ground rules, but overall, the chairman of the board, even the last meeting before, the president, when he was conducting, he laid down the ground rules. You get what I'm saying? He laid down the ground rules that listen to your friend when they speak, although you may not like what they are saying, or getting the opportunity to finish, and then you can give your rebuttal or whatsoever that you want to say. And those are simple things. Those are simple ground rules that usually can be established before the meeting starts. And the chairman of the board you always do that. Even when we're having a board meeting, you always have the ground ruls. After we have our agenda, we have the ground rules and all that. So those things are there. But if people come to a meeting with the preconceived mentality that I'm going to that meeting, and secondly, when some people come to a meeting and they are not prepared to argue something viable, they will always want to make noise. They will always make noise so that people can say, people can feel their presence. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Mr. Shekpeh,
Yes.
we are in the age of technology. So all you guys have to do is for the chairman or whoever is controlling the meeting to be on the computer. Because you can mute people, and whoever is talking, you unmute the person can speak, they say whatever they want to say, and then you mute that person and put the next person on. But if you just leave it as is and just people talking across the board, I mean, I thought somebody was telling me, giving me an update on the meeting, it was chaotic and all of that. I mean, it shouldn't be coming from the top of our organization, because we respect you guys, the executive and the board. You guys are the one we depend on. So if you go to a meeting and people are acting as though it's on the playground or children on the playground, then it doesn't present all right, Yes.
Yeah. Seriously, I do agree with you 100%. But we don't have. I mean, we need to do that. We need to have Zoom go to meeting. We need to start using technologies now that all organizations are using, to have our meeting, because like that, as you said, the chairperson of that meeting will be able to control who's talking. They want to even see the person that talking, and everybody going to see that. So it's something that we have to do. But we haven't done that yet. We always have this meeting on teleconferences and where you call your number and then you enter. So we'll be doing that. But it's something that I even told the chairman of the board that if we want to have meeting again with the National Executive Committee, we should do that, because then there'll be some control or mechanism will be put in place to control who's talking across the board, across the line, and who's trying to disturb the meeting. But again, as I said, if you have a president who sells the board barley to his cronies, then you have the results. Then people come to the meeting with the preconceived mentalities or preconceived ideas that, I mean, I don't like the board. What's all the board going to do? The board against my president, so I want to do everything possible to disturb. So these things I also derive from the leadership, the kind of leadership that we have right now, Mr. Gideon, because he accepts this thing to happen, and people will say those things in the meeting, and he will never say anything. Once you're supporting him, once you like what he's doing, once you're part of his a group of surrogates, then you don't have no problem with you. And that's the same thing that the president from Delaware Valley just spoke on. That's not leadership. That's not leadership. So that's the kind of leadership we have right now that we're dealing with. So again, we as I said, Mr. Gideon have failed the organization, you have failed the community in so many occasions, so many times. And what are the failures of the administration? I'm just going to point out some of the failures of the administration. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's not personal. Mr. Gideon is a very good friend. I don't have anything against him. He and I never have any personal discussion in Minnesota since he's been here for the years. But when you are leading in the wrong direction, someone will point it out, whether you like it or not. We will point it out. That's what the good friends can do. When you're doing something wrong, they tell you, hey, this is what you're doing is wrong. Okay. This administration is very slow in everything that we do. Slow. They don't act on anything. Example, the convention that was held in Durham, that amendment that extended the president's tenure, he enjoyed that privilege, 3 years. The increasement of the budget, giving the president $1,000 let's say a year for the time he'll be in office, he also enjoyed that. But the thing is that those amendments are not even being embedded in our constitution yet from 2017. You get it? From 2017, now we're in 2020. Then we went to Durham. Then we went to Fargo last year. We have all the things that we agree on. 9 board members and so many other things that we agree on. Virtual system for money to be board to approve those things, and then it should be through virtual system. Everything. None of those things are even being in our constitution. So you see, all the problem we are facing with is the president is just so complacent. Very complacent. If you want to be a leader for a community, I know we all work in America, we all have things that you do, but then put in some time yourself. Everything you leave it with other people to do it. And once you leave tasks with people, even as a supervisor or whatsoever, you also have to do a follow-up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to do a follow-up. And maybe the president doesn't do follow-up to see, maybe call the secretary, what happened to the amendment? Is it being better in our constitution? Or a part of our constitution? All those things. So he relax all of the time. So that's why we're saying that we need a new way forward after August 31st. A new way forward. We can't deal with the same administration for over that have been leading organization over 3 years and have not really produced.
So when you say a new way forward, is that even though you gave you were clear from the beginning, but is that, do you think it will be the position of the entire team, like to have a new leader, or is just your opinion? Or are you going to lobby to get the other guys on board to have a new leadership?
Well, that is my opinion, because it's up to the other board members to decide what they want. Team will come to vote. Again, as I said, all these options are on the table. Having a new leadership, or maybe extending the term of the president to a year, but with some conditions. But whether you're going to accept those conditions or not, like for example, down to run. Secondly, putting a cap to the spending, that we're not going to spend any money after the project is completed, while being budgeted and approved in Fargo. The $30,000, after that $30,000, we're not going to spend any other money until after the election. So those things, and whosoever that want to participate to lead, maybe an interim leadership, is that's the way, the direction the organization going to go. If the president want to maintain the leadership and say, okay, I agree to stay on for 1 year, but then you will not have the opportunity to participate in the next election. So those are all viable options. Those are all things that the board going to discuss. Again, the decision is not, the time is not reached to make those decisions yet, but I just kind of floating these ideas around the best scenario for our community, so that we can have peace of mind and move forward. So that while I'm just saying those things.
Okay. So let's see, Mr. Shekpeh, before you go ahead, let's get the viewers or the followers' reaction to some of the things that you have been saying. So let's see here a statement here from Otavin Sampson. He said, Mr. Shekpeh, with all you just read from the organic law and looking at the prevailing situation, is it you got where the common sense comes into play? Common sense comes in to avoid the union to be decided. What is that? I don't understand what is being said. You understand it?
Well, is it where common sense comes in to avoid the? Well, maybe what you're trying to say, he wrote it, but maybe what you're trying to say is that can we apply common sense to our situation? Maybe that's what you're trying to say. To avoid the union being.
Do we avoid the Constitution and go to common sense?
That's what I want to address, because we cannot bypass our Constitution, because what we don't want to do here is that I'm from Minnesota. The president lives in Minnesota. Some people say, "Oh, but why the man from Minnesota?" And he talking about all these things. And the reason is that we got to set precedents. And I've been around the organization for years, even before other people came in. And precedents matter, so that tomorrow when we leave the stage, other people will point to that and say, "Yeah, when this thing happened, this is a decision the board make. This is a decision they make, and they make that decision in reference to the Constitution, not in reference to what pleases Milton or what pleases anybody else." So when somebody is talking about, when he's talking about common sense here, I don't really understand why you're talking about common sense. You get what I'm saying?
Right. We'll have laws, and so we should apply common sense. So I'm not saying we should throw common sense through the window, but let's look at the terms of reference for the Constitution. If we don't have something in the Constitution that covers what we are saying, then of course we can revert to common sense. But go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. So that's true, because if we don't have work with, for example, we just have no law at all, then we can say, okay, let's apply or common sense in our situation. But we have documents that will guide us through the process. The documents that will guide us through the process and can even lead us to next election peacefully. If people decide to be loyal to the organization but not being loyal to the friend or the caseman, then we don't have problem. You know what I'm saying? But if people want to stick saying that, oh, maybe since I like the person, no matter what the constitution say, because even the night we're having a discussion on Sunday night, I can remember some comments from either from Robert Tuba or somebody else. He said, with a simple rule of the constitution, so why we can't just make any changes? I mean, are you kidding me? This is a document. Yeah. This document was approved by the convention. It was not a few person got on the telephone and say, okay, let's change it, let's change that, let's change it, let's change that. And I mean, those type of comments to me, I mean, coming from the former leader of a chapter, is like, somebody doesn't even understand what they are doing anyway. But we have to abide by this document and use the document as our working tools to move on to the next transition, and that's our way forward. I think that's the best way that we can do this.
Shekpeh, I like the word transition here. So, but I want you to give me an idea, since you are for establishing an interim team, and also walk us through what's the plan you have in mind, how it should be structured. Are you taking one of the chapter leaders or somebody from the board to lead the interim team? I mean, just give us some sort of sense of how you want to play out.
Yeah. Again, as I said, all the options are on the table. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the board going to make a decision whether they're going to go through an interim leadership or the board going to maintain the president for another 1 year with some limited conditions or some other stuff to put in place, that it's not just going to be the open year to say that. Like, for example, the president had the opportunity to establish the election commission. Since we left from Fargo in August, he didn't do that because the constitution did not give you a specific time frame. So the constitution leave it open. But a good leader who also knows that, the election requires preparation, requires people to get ready and campaign and all that, he left it alone. He didn't even talk about it. Up to now, that commission wasn't established until his term was almost over in August. So if the board decides, the board make a decision to say we want to continue with the president for another 1 year, it will be some conditions. It will come with some preconditions. It will not just going to be open. It's not just going to be open to say, oh, he had a free will now, he can do anything until the end of the year. No, it's not going to happen. And secondly, when it comes, if we don't go in that direction, if we go in the direction of interim leadership, again, as I said, all the options are on the table for the board to decide. And go through an interim leadership, it's up to the board. If the board want to dedicate board, or maybe the chair of the board or someone else from the board, they can do that. Or the board want to look outside within the community to find someone as a caretaker. I hear what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm following.
A caretaker, maybe one or maybe 2 or 3 persons within the community. It doesn't require plenty people. You understand? Someone that will do the management aspect of the organization for another 1 year, the setting of election commission, and the board also outlines those things that are interim leadership going to follow. So the interim leadership going to also have things that are going to follow. Election guidelines will be established so and so time, campaigning starts so and so time, election take place, those things. So we have so many well-informed, so many smart individuals on the board. And we should be very happy that our community have some smart people. I know we didn't know everything, but when it comes to things that we can discuss to move our community forward, I think we have individuals. And I believe that when it comes to that level, or to the issue of setting an interim leadership, which is a very good thing to do, because if the administration time is over, definitely we have those. Even when it's going to be extension.
So, Mr. Shekpeh, there's something playing in my mind. So, President Gio, his time, like I said, August, his time expired, okay, and we ensure an interim administration. And they assume the reasons for which we are not going for the convention. They just say the virus is still around, and then you give the interim team maybe 6 or 1 year, and then that time expires, and then there is no way for us to meet again. Will you maintain that team, or are you going to appoint another team? How are you going to?
Again, that's up to the board to decide that again. You get what I'm saying? Because the board still have the authority to monitor the activities of that interim body, and also the board doing assessment. The interim leadership, whatsoever, if we go that direction, they'll also report to the board on the prevailing situation. So, like for example, if the coronavirus is pandemic is subsiding in America, it's gonna reducing and things are much better. They're also gonna make that report to the board. So the board doing it'll be an assessment, continual assessment of the situations. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So so based on the situation, the board can say, okay, is it possible? Go ahead with the plan. It's not possible. Reverse this plan. This is our suggestion to you as interim body. So those things those things the board will be monitoring those activities as we go along, and our community will be in the loop. Our community will be informed. So those are not things that we're going to hide from them. You get what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
coach, you don't have fear. The information will be published. They will have the information. They whether there are 2 or 3 individuals going to lead that interim team, they will have that info. They're going to put that information out as well to the public to get to know what is going on with the organization. So it's not something to hide.
All right, so let me get some, Mr. I want to get a membership reaction, but before we go ahead, let me acknowledge our national vice president, President Gus Staffing, the Mr. VP. Welcome aboard. Saying
Welcome, VP.
our project mayor is also following. Mr. Slevy Sine is following. Evangelist James Carlo, our chaplain. Welcome aboard. The secretary of the Iowa chapter, Tia Cleo, is following the show. Aliyah Biko Moore is also following the show. Tavin Sampson, thanks for joining us. Madam, we call the Michelle Obama of the Sapo community, right? Madam Kamala Ross is also
Wow.
is following the show. I'm
seeing
seeing Mr. Ernest K. Farley also following the show. Mr. Bo Memo Maya Tooley is also following. I think I recognize Magic, and others that are following the show. All right, so let's get the members of reaction here. So Mr. Evangelist Carlos said, thank God that Milton is offering his own opinion and not the board. Any reaction to that?
No reaction to that. As I said, even from the beginning of the show, I said I'm speaking as a board member, not as a spokesperson for the board. So anything that I say, more or less, those are my own words and my own opinion. So it's right to say that.
Okay.
So yeah. So the board will make decision when it comes to those things. So I mean,
Mr. Farley, I think Ernest K. Farley said, Honorable Chairman, I would highly appreciate if you could or you can email me a copy of the Constitution. So he got his information over there.
I will do that.
Okay, so you can
I'll get email from my I'll do that. I'll send it on.
There are other comments. There are other comments here, but they are not relative to what you are saying. There was the prior speakers. There were a lot of comments coming in.
No, okay. No.
The first session was very hot, so everybody got something to say.
Definitely so. Yeah.
All right. So, what else? What you want to speak on?
Well, I think I already talk a little bit about the failure of the administration, and I think that we need a good leadership moving forward after this. So I already talked about that. I talked about how the administration is very slow. The administration doesn't even, the president, even on the board call meeting, doesn't even come to the board meeting. He gave all excuses every time. I mean, that's the type of leadership he exhibited over the years. So again, the time of the president is closer. I mean, after August 31st, I don't think we're going to continue with the administration of Mr. Gideon.
So the man is asking, Tia Clay and Ziso, our board is there for lifetime?
No, the board is not there for lifetime. The board should have election. But I just read the Constitution. I would like Mr. Tia Clayton to go back to Article 13, Section 3.1 that said the board has to have successor. Successor, the board is not to say the board has to stay there forever. No. The board, once we have elections and the board has been replaced, then the new leaders can come in. And it never said the successor of the president has to be there before we have a new leadership of the presidency. No, it doesn't say that. So, Mr. Tia Clayton, I would like for you to go back, read your own constitution again. If you don't have a copy, let me know, brother. I can send it to you and read it. It's a document that we're dealing with. It's not my own words. It's not Milton words against somebody's words. So, no, the board doesn't have a lifespan, everlasting lifespan to stay on the organization board of directors. No.
So, Mr. Chair, board member, is that the whole administration of DOT, the whole administration, or just the president that the board has issue with? Can we replace him with, say, for example, the vice president to lead the interim team, or the secretary? Is that something that is possible?
No, it's the entire. The administration is the head of the administration is the president, right?
Right.
Yeah, so the only way the vice president can take over, like for example, when the president is incapacitated, the president is not well, the president cannot do his job. Then the vice president can take over until the president's term is over. Or the president has said 1 year before the incident happened, then in balance 1 year and a half or 2 years, the vice president can take that. But now in this case, the whole administration term is over. The president, vice president, secretary, financial secretary, treasurer, they're all going to be gone by August 31st. I mean, we have to. So by August 31st, then the term is over. So they all serve under the administration. So the administration is held by the president. So you can't say the other hair go and then the other people stay. That's not how our constitution being written like that. So again, as I said, all the decisions are up to the board, the result to make. It's not up to me. I mean, I just bringing the discussion to our people to understand that there's a way out of this thing. It doesn't require confusion.
So Mr. Shekpeh, are you guys currently working? Because time is not in our favor right now. So are you guys working now to see whether you will maintain the president or you're going to bring a new team? Are you guys working on modalities right now? Because we don't want the president to leave and there is no team to take over.
Yeah, I think, it's up to the chairman of the board to call a meeting. The chairman had a meeting on Sunday with the National Executive Committee. But the chairman will going to call a board. The chairman will call a board meeting soon. I'm anticipating on that to happen. And after in that board meeting, I think those things will be discussed and some decisions will be made. The public will be aware of that, the way forward. And I believe after the board meet and discuss, those information will be communicated to the national president and the administration as well, the position of the board moving forward. So I think the board will meet soon. Again, it's up to the board director, Mr. Issa Sabwe, to call for the meeting for the board to discuss the issues.
Okay. All right. So guys, this is it. This is the Voice of Sound with Dark Side for the Esoteric, live from Prospect Park. As usual, I bring all the quality guys to talk the issues. Educate us. And again, we have Milton Shekpeh doing a splendid job, giving us some vital information that we need. Basically, he is encouraging us. There is no need for us to be afraid because the Constitution has the framework in place to protect us just in case the president is not given extension, by the board of directors, because everything is in the bailiwick of the board to make that call.
Definitely so. That's what we need to do, and that's what we need to focus on now. Then some elements in the community or some people trying to create or some bad feelings and say, if the board doesn't go with the president or the president doesn't continue, then we want to have a problem. I don't think we should have a problem. I don't think it makes any sense to do that, to destroy the organization because of your personal greed or personal interest. That's how you build a community. You build a community based on the overall interest of everyone. You got to serve the interest of everyone. So it's not only serving the interest of your friend or serving the interest of who you think you like or who you don't like. So I don't think it would be a very good thing. And if some people bent to create confusion based on this, then I think they just want to destroy the organization based on their own personal achievement or personal or self-interest. But it will not be because we can't transition or smoothly or move on to the next level. So I don't think that makes any sense.
Okay, so Mr. Shekpeh, you've been talking for a while, so I think somebody rightly suggested that's why I'm about to do the president just. So we'll go on a commercial break. When I come back, I want to bring some members. I see Otavian wants to come and to say something, so they can interact with what you have said. So when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, I will send the link. Those that want to participate, we'll send you the link so you can come on. We'll be right back. Let's get D2 for us to give a little commercial here.
Thank you.
And we will be right back. Let's see here. My music is loading.
All right, you are welcome. So Tavi want to come on to say something? Yeah, anybody can come on they want to come on the show.
D12 on the beat.
Mr. DJ.
Hello?
Please come play my music.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Mr. DJ.
Otavi is saying that you bring me on and make it crystal clear.
All the ladies want to dance.
For the common sense.
They want to
So they're bringing on.
All the girls don't want to wine.
Yeah, after the commercial, we'll bring you on.
Sexy
Yeah,
lady
bring it on.
want
Let
to
you talk
dance.
about what you meant by common
Want to
sense.
wine. All my girls don't want to wine. Yeah, they want to wine. Tita.
So, can you hear me?
Anita.
Yes.
Rita.
Yeah. I want to say something while we're still waiting for the commercial.
I know you
to
want
come
to
on.
feel the groove.
Mind?
Feel the groove. I know
Yeah,
you
I'm
want to
afraid
feel
people
the
might hear you.
rhythm.
Okay, all right. Okay, go ahead. That's fine.
Relax your mind. Relax your mind. If you like, you can meditate. Yeah, you can meditate. I want to take you on the journey. Yeah. From the midnight to the morning. Yeah. I want to make it juicy. So you can refuse it. You can refuse it. Mr. DJ. Please come play my music. Yeah. Mr. DJ. Please come play my music. Yeah.
Are you still there, Doc?
All the
Yeah, I'm
ladies
here.
want to
Yeah, just doing
dance.
something.
They want to dance. Sexy lady want
Just
to
invite
wine.
Otavian so you can come.
They
The
want to
commercial.
wine. All
What
the
you want to
guys
say?
they
We
want
can
to
go to our
dance.
next talking point.
They want to dance.
Yeah.
And other
Yeah, I'm
girls
sending
they
the
want
link to here now.
Oh, okay,
They
okay.
want to dance. The way she play the best line.
I know it's all.
Oh yeah. She make me sing la la la. Yeah. Oh. I'm Mr. Bombastic. Bombastic. She looking fantastic. Fantastic. I know you want to feel the vibe. Oh yeah. Feel the vibe. I know you want to feel my rhythm. Feel the rhythm. I see you getting on the groove. I can make you sound like a melody. Make you sound sweet like a harmony. Baby, let me play it like a violin. Make you sound sweet like a harmony. Say, Mr. DJ. DJ. Please come play my music.
Yeah, Otavian want to say what you want to say.
Mr. DJ. Please come play my music. Yeah. All the ladies want to dance. They want to dance. All the girls they want to wine. They want to dance. Sexy lady want to dance. They want to wine. All my girls they want to wine. Yeah, they want to wine. I can make you sound like a melody. Make you sound sweet like a harmony. Baby, let me play it like a violin. Make you sound sweet like a harmony. I can make you sound
Yeah,
like a
I mean,
melody.
yeah, after the commercial, we'll be
Make you
there right
sound
there.
sweet like a harmony.
Oh, okay.
Baby, let me play it like a violin.
Yeah.
Make you sound sweet
okay.
like a harmony. Say, Mr. DJ, yeah. Mr. DJ. Please come play my music. Please come play my music. All the ladies want to dance. They want to dance. Sexy lady want to wine. They want to wine. Baby guys they want to dance.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Voice of Sano with Esoteric. I'm here with Milton Shekpeh as member of the board. So I just sent out the link to Otavian. Hopefully he will get on.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but let's get to the next thing. We've been on for a while.
Yeah, I just want to do a quick welcome to Mr. Morris. Cooley Morris is a very good friend. I mean, Cooley. One thing I know about him is he's jovial, but he's a very good guy. So we want to welcome him on board. He joined the Miles Mining team, and I think he did it because he know that we need a good leader in the community, and he decided to come on board. So he was not pressured by anyone to do that, to make that decision, because again the organization matters. Yes.
Otavian on. Let me just bring Otavian on.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I can see him.
Yeah, he's coming on now.
All right, Otavian.
Hey, Mr. Secretary, welcome aboard.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Shekpeh.
You're welcome, brother. You're welcome.
Yeah.
How's Fargo?
Well, Fargo is okay. It's very hot here today,
Okay.
but
Okay.
we are okay.
That's nice. That's nice. Same thing here too in Minnesota. Okay. Let's
Okay.
move on. What's the
Okay.
question?
No, it was not a question when
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
the yes. You just explained to us or read portion of the Constitution about the president, the board of directors, and based upon that, the topic that you were speaking on, and I started to write. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes typographic error occur.
Yeah.
This is
Okay,
why
brother. We'll
I'm
do
saying
that.
that
Mm-hmm.
call me on, bring me on.
Okay.
So thank you very much to our listener at this time. I really appreciate. When I talk about common sense, there is no way within the union that the constitution have to be avoided. That point
Mm-hmm.
number one. But you talk about the expiration period of the presidency and the board of directors, though that will be in continuation and what have you. But what I'm trying to say here is that if every one of us on this line that are listening, it will be truthful to ourselves within our union currently, there are a lot of tension on a daily basis. You either leave it or you take it. That's my opinion. Now,
Mm-hmm.
the United Support Association is not the only Liberian organization that facing this situation that we are all into today. There
Yeah,
are a
we know
lot of
that.
leadership time expire as well or nearing expiration. But other organizations already started that yes, we have our organic law, but the president or the administration time actually did not end peacefully, but because of the global pandemic. So what can we do under these circumstances? Is where when I say
Oh, uh, Doc.
Yes.
I think he went off. Whether you can see him or not, but I'm not seeing him again.
Yeah, let me bring him back on. He was
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I can see you now.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
Okay.
that that some of the family in Labrador calling.
Yeah, I know my brother. We deal with that every day ourselves. Again, somebody calling the phone too again. Okay, so let's talk about some of the things that you're talking about. I think you haven't concluded yet. Hello?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Let's see. Maybe he's back.
Yeah, because
Let's
you're
see.
kind of like talking, all organizations are doing something similar all the time, but I don't really know the point that you're really trying to make. So the coronavirus, it doesn't end. If the coronavirus could have ended the president tenure, then the president tenure should have ended in March.
Right.
But the president still continue being president. So I don't really understand the argument that you're trying to make. It's not that somebody is trying to call the president time or trying to shorten the time of the administration because of coronavirus. He still enjoy the privilege of the time given to him under the constitution. So I don't know what the brother is why he's really trying to say that we should just leave everything and continue with the same administration. That is not an idea, I guess. Anyway, maybe
Yeah, he
you'll
might.
come back again.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Evangelist James Scott. I also sent you the link. You said you wanted to come on, so
Okay.
just check your messenger. I sent you the link already, and see if
Okay.
you want to come on. Let me
Yeah.
see.
I mean, if any of them want to come out, though, being on for a while, I don't know, we can briefly discuss the point. I mean, what is the point of argument? You
Yeah.
know,
I think Mr. Cody Morris
Cody,
too wants to come. Let me see what I can send you the link to.
everybody want to come on to say something.
Yeah.
I know, like Otavian was saying, like tension. I don't know. I don't really see the tension in the. There's certain people just want to create unnecessary tension where there's really no tension, and that's what's going on because with us we have no tension. With us, we have document that provided all our way out. So we shouldn't create tension that will try. I will call it a man-made tension. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That what we're trying to do to ourselves, to a man-made tension. Even if if I support Green Gideon to be a president for the next year, for the next term whatsoever, this rule is still going to be applied to that. So I mean, it doesn't really matter, but the rules are the rules. Why change the rules in the middle of the game because you say, oh, the coronavirus time came and the president want to do this, so the president finish the time. I mean, that doesn't.
Hold on, let me see. Okay.
That's an argument that we know to go to now.
Let
him be specific about which organization you're talking about. Like Francis, yeah.
Let me bring Evangelist James Carter on here.
Evangelist, I can see him, but sometimes the internet always breaking.
Evangelist, welcome to the Voice of Sinai.
Oh, thank you. Milton Shekpeh.
Yeah, you're welcome, Evangelist Carter.
Good. Brother, we are here to lead the organization. You know, it is a good thing. It is not a coincidence that we are all in the organization. And most of the time, you're making reference to how long you have been in this organization. But I have observed on so many occasions, some of your points are good, but some of them have the propensity to create chaos in this organization. I'm sorry to say that. You in this step of time, that what the little boy who we supposed to be advising or asking you, can we apply common sense? And you are pretending that you're not understanding that. So let me get to the point.
What do you mean I'm pretending? I'm not hearing that.
You pretending that you're not understanding what the man is saying. Can we apply common sense?
What is a pretense?
Okay.
What is a pretense?
Okay, listen. All the organizations in the United States, in the diaspora.
Example? Example?
I said all.
No, I said example.
I'm not going to come up with any specific example.
It doesn't apply to anything. It's just you got to give a specific example. To say example of a grandchildren, example, or maybe put to us. So when you say all, it's just not conclude. It's just trying to conclude on something.
Listen to me. Sorry, this organization is not a political organization, and you people want to make it out of a political institution.
What do you mean, you people? Why are you trying to attack? Just try and attack the issue. First, you started saying that. No, listen to me, Mr. Carter. Listen to me, Reverend Carter.
No,
you want to make your point, right?
Let me make my point.
Yeah, but you cannot start making a point by attacking somebody. Then you say you're making a point.
I'm trying to rebut to your statement, so it's not attack there.
You started. Mr. Shekpeh, give me a second, please.
Okay.
Mr. Evangelist.
Yes.
Go ahead.
You were listening to Milton. He highlighted a lot of issues. I want you to take all the issues that he talked about. I mean, and debunk each of those items you talked about.
Definitely so.
Okay. Let me. Yes. Let me give point to what he said. Let me rebut to one of these fictitious accusations he's making. Number one.
Fictitious.
Yeah, number one.
May I give you a chance, please?
But the man is trying to go off script and try to. I mean, saying words that it's ridiculous.
Fictitious means false. Fictitious mean false.
I understand. I know the definition of that word.
I said a false allegation.
What's the false thing that I said?
Okay.
What the false thing that I said? Go ahead.
You quoted the
Constitution. Let's have a civil discussion, okay?
Okay. You quote. Yes.
Let give Mr. Evangelist the chance to speak, please. So if you say a word that you don't like, just mark it down. You can debunk that. So he said,
fictitious means false. Maybe I should have said false statement.
Okay.
Yes, you quoted the Constitution, which of course is right. But one point you left out is, when was the Constitution adopted? Was it after the North Dakota Convention? Because there had been a clause, let's say, amendment to the Constitution that stated that both the executive and the board will step down coming this August 2020. And if they are stepping down, it means that there will be no government, there will be nobody to decide the fate of the organization. But you are giving the board the upper hand to lead the organization and perhaps make some political arrangement within the organization, things that will extend. But this is what I'm saying. The ball is coming down. Maybe somebody is not talking, and if somebody will continue to listen to falsehood, they will continue to believe the falsehood. This is why we want to rebut to some of these things. The ball is stepping down. The ball has no legitimate or power to set up any interim government. The executive is stepping down, and if at all anything will be decided as to the way forward of the organization, it will be decided by the executive and by the board. And the decision will not be made on telephone because, in fact, there is no indication. There is no indication in the constitution that even people that will assemble on the teleconference will decide the fate of the organization as far as representing the General Assembly is concerned. Nothing in that constitution. So, this is why the little boy is saying, somebody that you should be teaching, is saying that while we cannot apply common sense so that we will not descend into chaos.
Mr. Shekpeh.
Yes. Okay.
Hello, Evangelist. Before you come on, Milton, I just want to ask Evangelist this question. Evangelist Carter.
Yes.
I want to read something to you so you can interpret it to us, please. And it's from the Constitution. Okay, so it says here, like you said, let me get it's Article 15. Let me make sure I get the right article here before. So it's Article 13 of the Constitution. And I want to read that to us so that you can give me your interpretation. Let me see. What I jump again? Sorry, give me a second.
Is that Article 13 session?
3.1. Okay, it says here, all directors shall be elected to serve their required and stipulated term. However, the term may be extended until a successor has been elected. I want you to interpret that for us, please.
Yes, maybe in the event of looking for a successor or somebody to replace any board member, perhaps nobody may have interest in it, or the situation may not be favorable at that time. So they can extend the time where there will be an appropriate time to make such a replacement. That's what the Constitution is saying.
I didn't get it. I want you to come by again.
That's so funny. Anyway,
you have to read it again anyway.
It says here, I read it slowly. All directors shall be elected to serve their required and stipulated term. However, the term may be extended until a successor has been elected.
Do you understand that? Do you understand that well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I understood that they should be elected and the term should be extended until they find replacement. Is that what is if I get it clear? Until they find replacement, because they will not leave office. They will not leave office without replacing people in their positions.
Okay, Evangelist, let me. Mr. Cooley Murray is also on. Before Milton, please give me a second.
Yeah, before you bring Cooley on, let me kind of debunk some of these things that Mr. Carter is saying about me. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yes. You know, Mr. Carter, maybe you don't know me well. You understand? So I don't think you know Milton very well, because the first statement that you make, you said that most of the things I'm saying here, they are false, and you never even counteract, or you never even said things, you never prove anything that I said that is false. So that is completely you. No, listen to me. I did listen to you. Though, give me the time. Let me finish. So let's have a discussion like that. So the first thing as an intellectual, when you come on the floor as an intellectual to do, is not attacking the person individually attack the issue. You fail to do that. You feel miserable. First thing you came, you say, oh, Milton, you want to do that always cause confusion. What confusion are causing the organization? What do I really want from the sub organization? You understand what I'm saying? Because you said, oh, Milton, you said that you've been part of the organization for a long time, but you've been part of the confusion. What confusion do that cause in the organization? Is it wrong to say when something is right that we have to do it? I mean, those type of statements, I don't expect it from you as a reverend. So that's a very, very ridiculous statement that you make, telling me that, oh, I want to create confusion. I'm not here to create no confusion. Number one. Number two, I don't want anything from type of organization. I've been in America for over 18 years. I work, I do things, I support myself. So the organization haven't done anything for me. You get what I'm saying? So I want for you to understand that fact. What we want to do here as a community leaders, as people that have to lead our community like you and myself, it's time for us to say the truth. And the truth is, we read the Constitution to you, that get read as the exact same article to you, and then you're trying to interpret different way.
It's
It's not how
ambiguous.
you're being. Eh?
It is an ambiguous statement in that what I said.
Why making a ambiguous
Okay,
statement? Okay, Miss
Mr. Evangelist,
yeah,
let me give
Mr.
it to
Carlo, Mr. Carlo, I don't think you have any point of argument over here,
I have
and I
point.
think
I have point. You don't want to
because
listen to me. You
I
don't
did
want to
listen.
learn.
I did listen to you. What did I have to learn from you? You need see. You want to go personal. What do I have to learn from you? You understand? I don't need you to learn anything. I don't need anything to learn from you, sir. I don't need to learn from you. Yeah, man.
let give
Why
Morris
you
the
want to attack
opportunity.
me? Attack the issue. What I have to learn from you? Do I have to come to your school and go to class on you? So I mean, they talk about what the issue is. What the issue is. These are the type of
Give
people who have that trying to create animosity in the community, like in calling himself Reverend. Let's go to Cooley Morris.
Yeah, Mr. Chair. So what I'll do, I'll mute
Yes.
you and Evangelist for now, and Kuli will have the floor. I'll mute you and I'll mute the two of you.
Okay, let's listen to Cooley here.
Mr. Morris, it's your turn. The floor is yours.
Okay.
Welcome to the Voice of Sign Up.
You hear me correctly?
Yeah, you're allowed.
Okay. My work so that what you see at first like this. I will not stay long because I have to work. I just want to say one or two things.
Okay.
First of all, Milton, I thank you. Because what actually the way you lay your premise, it was right. You say, I'm not talking for Bo, I'm trying to educate people. That's what I do when we go for convention. I take the mass and educate people on election or what South will do. So that what you came today, you're not running no decision here. That part of the organization, that part of the constitution, you get read, and I've not heard it before, and thank you for that. As I listen to, let's say, Evangelist Callum, they say the board and the executive, all of them have to step down, but the constitution gave extension to board that if the constitution coming to protect everybody, they coming to say the administration, the executive, and the board. But they only say the board cannot be stepped down until the guy replace her. So that one is clear. And they say in case any care or anything in the organization, like what we're running into now, the board supposed to take the affair of the organization. And the people who wrote the constitution and we adopted, we cannot go beyond that. So there is no common sense in this thing here. The only common sense that inside is that so we will not make confusion, we must follow the law. What the law says we must do it. The only thing we will not do now, what the law says is that the situation, the start that one is going for convention. The constitution says we must go for convention, but situation dictate we cannot go for convention. But with any other thing in the organization now, the board got the authority to do it before after October 31st, all the official, we are not no more official again. So the board can decide now that okay, Grio administration can stay hold far to it yet, or we ourselves will manage the affair until the election. So both we got to get somebody the chance to lead in the situation now. And the people they are bold. I don't care what kind of they misbeating between them whatsoever. It don't come to our organization. But after Oko tell it first, we're supposed to pay attention to both now according to the constitution. It's not talking about dividing organization, nothing that I don't want people to understand the wrong way. But the constitution, we got to follow it. The situation calls for it, we can go for convention. But beside that, the board decide say, okay, the only thing maybe we appeal to board that appointing internal president and things like that one, me I will appeal to board not to do. Say, Kuri, say Grioten and you are the president for now until Maybe our people both not to do it, bring another internship in. The internship come in, they don't go for nothing. They will take a pile of lay money from there. So we don't want nothing to spoil. But we are the financial people. We know that after October 31st, the bowling one supposed to decide whether anything got to be used from the cover, whether the degree administration they can make agreement that okay, from here to next year, of course. But when next year occurs, then you're not voting again. You step down. The choice is yours. So both got all the options. When we not doing all the in the organization, that what the organization got problem now. If everybody want to get the same equal right, we cannot go forward. So the premise, Mr. Shekpeh, why he educating people today? I don't think that we can attack him. He don't want no decision. He just trying to, bring some of the things that in the organization, and people don't read by right. I'm one of those. The organization, the constitution, people don't read. Some people here today for the first time. So my man Otafen, who says that he been organization, big organization for so many times. So no common sense in the thing. Rather, the constitution will spend money and we spend energy to prepare it that he will protect us. The only thing where common sense will come in, the way somebody go and insult people in the organization trying to bring care, that one will say, okay, you know what, Mr. Sabi, he says something that wrong. But because let common sense come in, it's only to me, I will not go on Facebook or I will not get talk to him or people. But when it comes to the situation, let's say now, the constitution that we got to live by, then the organization will go forward. That my piece of
Okay.
advice. Thank you very
Can
much.
I ask a question, please, Kudi?
Yes.
Thank you, Koli. Thank you for that input.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you for that
Um,
input.
yes. You stated the constitution.
Yeah.
The constitution is the organic law of the organization of a nation.
Yeah.
You stated it,
Yeah.
but at the same time, there was an amendment
Yeah.
in North, let's say in North Dakota.
Yeah.
Are you aware? Are you aware that the board is stepping down in August? Only 9 board members, newly elected 9 board members will serve this organization on the board. Are you aware of that?
You say non-vote member?
I
No,
said
9
9.
board members.
Are
9.
you aware of that?
I can address that issue, Koli.
No, I asked you, Kudi.
I
Then
agree
you
with
can follow.
listen, I agree with you. What I'm saying,
That is in constitution.
what a board will step down, I agree with you. What a board will step down, but the part of the constitution that say the board will find replacement before they step down, it will not remove. Right?
Okay. Koli.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah.
me help you quickly on that. I mean, if we have people like you that will just speak to the facts in the organization, I think we'll move forward. But you got some people that just trying to look at when something is white, they prefer to call it black because they want to please somebody else. And I'm not here to do that. I make it very explicit today in my presentation that whatsoever thing that I say here is my own opinion. Mr. Carter, just to address that issue that you just raised, it is true, and nobody and no board member even waiting to say, "Oh, we're going to stay on until this thing, until whatsoever time." But the current situation that we find ourselves in, we have that amendment in Fargo, North Dakota, that said that board members going to only have 9 board members when we have election. You understand what I'm saying? Are you hearing me,
Yeah, I'm
Carter?
hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Okay, that we're going to have 9 board members when we go to Florida in 2020. But in the case now that we have in the situation we are facing with now, we cannot go to Florida because of the pandemic.
So
Okay. So
the situation is not applied to the administration.
they say to listen to me now.
Milton.
Yes, that's what I read.
I want you.
Mhm.
I want to mute you guys. I have the project man on the phone here, so I will mute you
Oh,
guys so that he can speak.
Slabby?
So I'm muting you. If Slabby is on the line, so let me mute you
Okay.
guys and let's see. Mr. Sid, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity to at least participate on the program, and thank you for the improvement on your talk show.
Thank you.
But I just want to make some clarification and make some contribution. I listened to the honorable memo, and I think I respect his opinion. But I think what we are going through is something that one would consider a natural phenomenon, a situation that was not created by either the board or the executive. What we need at this point in time as an institution and community is to adopt a common physical approach that will get us out of this, what we are now leading to as a constitutional crisis. The constitution is so large that when we look at a section, an article, and say this is backing, if we look at another article, it says different things. Now, what I'm trying to say here, and to want to use this forum, is for both the National Executive Committee and the Board of Directors to negotiate very objectively and with the intent to save our union. What is unfolding, in my own calculation, it has the potential to revise the gains we have made over the years. And I think that should be our focus. People would say the Constitution says, the same Constitution that gave the board the right to do so, the same Constitution gave the National Executive Committee certain right to do something. With if the negotiation of what we are discussing with respect to, certain interim body, for me, it would have been a foregone conclusion had we had at least 2 or 3 members on our board who have a mandate beyond August. This Constitution did not say that if there are crisis, the board should take control. The Constitution only talks about staggering, which means that no board member should not have the same tenure. Their tenure should not end at the same time. Say, for example, you have 5 board members or 10 board members. And out of the 10 board members, you have 5 board members whose time will be expiring in August. So you have another 5 board members who can go beyond August. That automatically gives them the power to execute aspects of the Constitution that says, in the absence of the General Assembly, both take complete control. But in the current situation, it is not that way. All board members are leaving. So what happens if the board say we are going to set up interim government? The interim body will only function based upon the corporation from the National Executive Committee. Remember too, the Constitution also gives the power to the President in case that there is a problem between the board and the National Executive Committee to request a multi-legislative session of the General Assembly. May I ask, is it possible now under the given situation? No. The same Constitution says if there's any dispute between the National Executive Committee and the board, it is the General Assembly that has the power to settle that dispute. So go ahead and settle it about it. And the National Executive Committee said, no, we don't accept that, and we will not do that cooperation. And we'll wait until the sitting of the General Assembly, because the Constitution says if we have any disagreement between the board, if there's a disagreement between the board and the National Executive Committee, it is only the General Assembly that has the power to settle that dispute. Can that happen? So my appeal is that the Constitution provides a lot of options. If you say the Constitution says I should do this in my favor, it also honors court and create another option. My appeal to every member here, and I'll continue to say here, the idea of interim body is not passive. It is an attempt to reverse the gains we have made over the years. The situation was not caused by Easter Sabbath or Green Deal. It is something that we did expect. It happened, and the entire world governs and the economy. At the moment, it's at its need. Let us apply common sense. What is important is our common interest. We have to protect our common interest. That's my opinion. There are times we have to be flexible. If we tend to be rigid on issues, it creates a problem. What is important is the United States Association. It is a conduit that we can use to change the narrative of our community and create a new trajectory. Let us understand that. If we miss the opportunity, as one speaker said, the tension is in the community. The tension is in the community. The Constitution, FACO was a missed opportunity. You were in FACO, you saw the tension. So, okay, the idea of having both from the election was unnecessary. It doesn't work to have an election and go back to crisis. And so, if we had a more election, as I said previously, we will have one or two board members to be on beyond ACA. But it is, you have. And so, who execute that matter report to that day in the after the General Assembly? Who reports to the state of the union to the General Assembly? Is it the interim body? The question will be, if you didn't set an interim body, are you giving the absolute power? One will be the framework, one will be the mechanism. We don't have to go that route. It doesn't work. So let us understand and apply common sense approach. Thank you for giving the time.
Yeah, just before you go, let me do some follow-up questions here. So, are you saying, in other words, we should not follow the Constitution because you're saying we should go with common sense approach? And the Constitution says that the board, Article 3.1, it says that the board, in case of situation like this, or I'm not reading it word for word, but it says that the board term can be extended. If you read 3.1, Article 13. So are you saying we should abandon the Constitution and go with common sense approach, in other words?
I've not seen there is in the Constitution. I've not had the opportunity to look at that. But what I do know in Article 13, they talk about, in 1.81 of the section, they talk about the tenure of board members, that board members should not have the same tenure.
So let me read it verbatim for you so you can understand what it says there. It says here.
What I'm saying, I don't want to go to the issue of constitutionality. It will be a long debate and we'll dominate the whole thing. I wonder if you have a lot of things to do on your show. And that article you are speaking, I've not read it. What I do know is that the Constitution says about board members should not say the same thing. That's what I read. And so if you are reading different things, I don't know where it is coming from.
It's in the Constitution. That was saying Article 13 or 3.1. It says all directors shall be elected to serve their required and stipulated term. However, the term may be extended until a successor has been elected. That's why you were one of the guys that worked on the Constitution. So you disagree with this?
This is what I'm saying. I'm not come across that. Maybe I've not had the opportunity to digest it, but I've not come across that. But what I do know is it talk about the tenure of board members, talk about salary, and there is nowhere that says that board members tenure to be extended automatically on getting the practice. No. If it is very concerned to me, but what I have, I don't have that.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm reading. So you were one of the guys that I think amended the Constitution. So I'm quite sure you are cognizant of this. But thanks for your contribution.
I'm saying the Constitution is written in two aspects.
Okay.
I don't know if you are looking at the literal application of the Constitution, or you are looking at the letter of the Constitution or the spirit of the Constitution. So until I'm saying I'm not a rooster, until I can get it, then we will be able to look at what is it that Constitution is saying. What is it saying? It says that they are looking at the objectives of the spirit of the law. And so there are a lot of things you have to factor into consideration when you are making constitutional debates. It's not just the letter application.
Okay, so
look at the spirit of the letter.
Okay,
so I do not want to take most of your time to go into these things. A lot of people want to make contribution.
Okay, so
but what I'm saying is, it will become necessary that we state our union, sometimes we can take negative steps.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Slevy. Just the project man, Mr. Slevy, input. Let me, yeah, you can come on. Let me call a couple of people that were calling me. Let me call them back.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go. Milton, you are the main guest on the show. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I did listen to the project manager Slevy, what he said, and completely some of the things he said that there are some contradictions. I mean, into his statement that he make. And number one, Slevy is part of he one of those. He's a secretary. I can read the names of those that the committee, Constitutional Review Committee. Harris Kanawakoko is the chairman. You have Slevy Senate Secretary General, Maya Turi, member, Hamilton Kuri, member, Boto Jawi, member. So for him to come over here and want to dispute something that he signed, that he read, and you come say, that part is I haven't seen it, I haven't read it. That is something that I don't really understand. I mean, for him to make that type of statement. The fact of the matter is that it's in the Constitution. It is written. It was approved. We adopted it in Durham, North Carolina. Whether you read it, whether you haven't seen it, that's not the issue right now that I want to deal with. The issue is the board still have control after August 31st. And it's stimulated in our documents here. We read it over and over here. Mr. Mr. Jane Carter listened to that. He interpreted differently. Slevy said you haven't seen it. So I mean, those type of discussions don't really hold lot of water to me. So again, there is no yes.
Mr. Boto Jawi is on the phone. Let me bring it on. So, Evangelist, I'll give you the opportunity to call it, but let Milton, let Boto speak quickly. Mr. Boto Jawi is a board member of the USA. He represents, I think he's a national board member. So, Mr. Jawi, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, we can hear you.
First of all, I want to thank you for the environment you provided so that we all can exchange ideas. I think we need this kind of thing every day of our life in the function of our community. But that you see what happens in any country. One of the times a leader becomes a dictator is when that leadership fails somehow, blatantly, to follow the recommendation of the own constitution. And I'm seeing that creeping in our little community. The last time the administration itself had a meeting, and I listened to my fellow brothers, the planning committee chairman, recently. The last time they had a meeting, when other people in that meeting saw the interim government option on the table. They said the interim government is unconstitutional. That's what they said. All right, good. But what was their option? Their option was that extension of the current leadership. I guess little they knew that any leadership coming into existence after the ending of August is history. The matter of how you design that leadership is history. As long as you don't go to Florida this year to make a decision as to who lead this community, any structure coming into being is history. But up to now, our brothers have not agreed upon that. The second thing is that they are still all around stating that the Constitution did not provide for practice time leadership. Yes, it did. And they don't want to wait and explain everything to all of us here. And that is in the Constitution. The Constitution says that it times like this is in the absence of the National Assembly. The board directors of federal associations take control of corporate power. And not only that, they also said they also control the affairs of the association, especially for things that are not reflected in the Constitution. That's the way the flag of our Constitution, oriented themselves. So we have something here. They didn't anticipate that there will be coronavirus. They didn't know that they are break out of other illnesses that will have stopped us from going to Florida. So they did something. That in case something like that happens, it is the place of leaders that take charge. And the thing is that this is a real case that people use the constitution of the constitution to avoid the event because of the constitution. The leadership courses the chief to do a good job because of the lack of the fact that the constitution was unspoken, and that is the formation of our election commission. What is it that the commission is not being fully up to now? Some people from the administrative sector are saying that 2 days to the election, at the time of the election, they can form the election commission. This, of course, constitutionally they are right. They are taking the constitution. And based on that, they are acting. Now it is time for the bill. The constitution is saying as well that it's time the bill where we are not sitting at the National Assembly and we have something like this, the state take charge. So you know it's not a bill. Then the other point they were talking about when we left in North Dakota and then the election time, that's true, we did. But that election is affected one section of the Constitution. It did not accept everything. And that section is affected was the first thing of the Constitution. You remember when you go up like the some of them were saying, there is no need to have seniors and juniors with them all. Right. And everybody can be at the same level. That's why the concept is really high. The act. That's why we ended that day that we have everybody at the same level. So the statutory training of the Statutory Association Grade level has ended. But then it did not talk about continuity. It's not what the Constitution is saying now. In the case we do not have elections, the board training is automatically extended. You're not going to say anything about that. You're not going to kick against it. You're not going to abolish. All right. So let me. Yeah. So these are what y'all want to do. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. All right. That's Boto Jawi, a member of the board. Thanks for your participation, sir. Okay. All right. That's let me unmute my followers here, my guests, so they can have a say. So, Mr. Shekpeh, before you come on, let me get Evangelist James Carlo. Mr. Carlo, okay. What do you have to say?
You see, we respect the view of everybody, and this is what freedom of expression is all about. This organization, have been in kind of chaotic situation for over 7 years, and some of the people that are advocating for interim government, they were one way or the other participated in the in the crisis. So, for instance, if you are being part and parcel of the past crisis, you shouldn't be advocating for things that have the propensity to derail the process of unity and peace in this organization. And I mean it. The Constitution, it should have been part of the Constitution that some of those people that caused chaos in the organization before and are surfacing now should not be given credence to talk on any interim arrangement.
Evangelist. So are you saying certain members of the organization should be quiet?
Yeah, they should be quiet. People that participated.
Is that democracy?
People that participated in the chaotic situation for 7 years, they should be quiet at this time.
Hello, Doc.
Okay, let me bring Milton on. Yeah, Milton, go ahead.
Hello, sometimes when you really understand something, it better ask questions. I think Mr. James Carlo don't really understand how the organization been working out and how things been working in the organization. So he will say things that he doesn't really have facts about. You understand? Statement like there are people that create confusion in the past 7 years or 7-year conflict the organization had, and all those things that you're making. And it wasn't anybody's fault to say the organization went into a crisis at that time. You know what I'm saying? So It'll be better for because Mr. Carlo is just coming around. I mean, I only saw him at Fargo convention. I've not even seen him to so many conventions. Maybe Fargo, maybe he went to Durham. So it'd be better for Mr. Carlo to stay around a little bit to know how this organization been working. Because for him, maybe he believed in people telling him things. Oh, the other person was part of the organization, the other person was this organization, and that happened. So he believed in those things. But Mr. Carlo, the fact here is that we have a documentation that we all agree on, and we have to live by that. So whether you like it or not, it's not something that had to please you. I mean, it's not something that had to please you or please me. We have to go about what our document says. And that's exactly what the board going to do. And so it's not something that he has to be satisfied with. What happened if the Constitution says that the president, in case of this situation, the president terms continue. It's a continuity of the president term. It will be the same person over here singing Hallelujah or Hosanna. Praise be to God. I mean, it's a double standard game that you guys trying to play to create confusion. It's the same thing that happened again in the past. There are some people that bet on falsehoods that help to create confusion in the SAPA organization. My record as an individual is very clean. Ask any SAPA person in America. I didn't create no confusion. I didn't say organization should go into confusion. I play my role as a person. I play my role as an individual for the community. I didn't engage into destroying the SAPA community in America. You know what I'm saying? So you need to stop this type of thing that you're doing. Because some of you just want to create unnecessary confusion, and that's why you're doing as Reverend that people expect you to.
I think Mr. Shekpeh is out there. Let me bring it back on. Somebody's calling back to back there. All right, let me see.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm back now. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so Mr. Carter, let's just face the reality. The Constitution was not written by me. It was approved in Durham. Let's go by what is in the Constitution and let's allow the board to do his work. We allowed the president over 3 years. He has enjoyed all the privileges under the Constitution, presiding over conventions, using the $3,000 allowance to him. He has used all those things. And now when it's time for the board to take position on situation and organization, and some of you want to say, oh, the board shouldn't go that route, we should apply common sense. There's no common sense we're going to apply. We're going to go by what is in our constitution. That's what I want to say to him.
Okay, let's get Otavin view here quick. So I'll mute you, Mr. Shekpeh. I'll mute you.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, Otavin, is your turn. Go ahead.
Thank you very much to our good speakers. I just want to make things clear here. When I started my presentation, it's better to keenly listen. Did not.
Yeah, somebody's calling him again. Let's see what I can bring him back on. Otavin, I think you gotta come back on, please. I think, yeah, you gotta go back and come back again. Let's see here. Yeah, guys, I'm waiting for Otavin to get back. So, okay, Milton, while Otavin is yet to get on, if you have any thoughts, go ahead. Yeah, I think we've been on for a while now.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say here is that because some people will say that the Constitution did not specify this thing to say, oh, it's a natural disaster or whatsoever, but it make it very clear to say in the absence, because they know that those that wrote the document, they know that the board will not be meeting at a certain time or something might happen. It might be a thing that be all our control, a thing that we don't have control over, so that we have to frame the document in the way that in the absence of the General Assembly, because they know that the General Assembly may not meet, and exactly that's what happened this year. We will not be able to meet. So that authority, is in the board have that power to manage the organization or to bring in a caretaker administrator for the organization. What's what the decision that the board going to take on that? And the last thing I want to talk about here is the coronavirus package. The package, hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, the package was, the package being approved, the $10,000 that the board and the executive agree on, to be sent back on to our people in Monrovia and Sino. I mean, I think that a month ago or whatsoever, maybe 2 months, since that time, this administration and I even work on how that package will be distributed in Liberia or even in Sino for that matter. This morning, they still have the money over here in America, the money that the board already approved, the $10,000. So let me make it clear. We go to the conventions, we pay the fees because we want to help our people back home. It's not about helping people here in America or whatsoever. So they don't have no plan yet. So these are the same failures, continual failures of the administration. And supposing that we should continue with Mr. Grio. Why is he really offering us? I mean, let's face the reality. You've been president over 3 years. You haven't even come up with any specific plan for the organization. Anything that even concerning fundraiser or whatsoever, you haven't. So I mean, the board, the decision now is up to the board to make the decision. It's not up to me. But I think it'd be better that we have a new leadership or a new interim leadership moving forward until election time.
Okay. So Mr. Shekpeh, I think you've been on for a while, and myself, let me pay attention to the little ones here.
Thank you.
Let me give you the opportunity. I think Otavin is having some issue over there with phone. So we'll give Otavin a chance next time when he wants to speak. We'll give him the opportunity.
You can also appear on your show too when you have something to say.
Right.
He can call you and you can sell the time.
Okay.
Yeah. So in conclusion, our community shouldn't be in panic. There's nothing going on. There's no confusion. There's no tension. Those are trying to create tension. They are just trying to make their own or create their own tension within the community. And we are not going to buy into those type of saying that there's tension in the Sabo community because of one leadership turns over. Because of that, we're going to have a tension. We are not going to have a tension. We're going to stick with what we have. We're going to work with our documents, and the board, I believe, will make a better decision for the organization. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Shekpeh, as usual, the platform is yours. Appreciate your insight, bringing sense to the issues. We want to say have a wonderful day. And we will just, if you want to stay on, I just want to read some of the comments from the people here. And
I can listen to them.
I'll recognize them, and then we'll call it your day. So enjoy the rest of the day. You can follow the link later if you want.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me read your comments. We'll get a little music here, and then we'll call it a day. So let me read some of your comments here that I'm seeing. So, the Amelia, since Amelia Tajellah said, "I agree, Mr. Chairman." Let's see here. President Francess C said, "Maya Tully wants to speak." I did call him. He did not pick up. So hopefully you will call me back. Let's see. Tapezasa said, "I don't think Amelia went or meant any wrong for the entire Shekpeh family. Sorry, Winnie, if that's what you expect or heard. So many times Shekpeh, Samuel, has even insulted my dad. Milton and myself have spoken to him, but he doesn't listen. I remember." Let's see the entire comments here. Remember, let me see. Let me read it from the other device here. He said, "Your father doesn't." Let me go. But I remember calling him and asked, "What has my father done to him?" Your father doesn't call a board or general meeting when he visits the United States. He is just a hard-headed child since the Civil War. As his mentor, I want to apologize to Mother Saydee, the rest of her family, and anything Amelia has said wrongly. Amen. Okay, so that's Reverend Christopher Zaza or Tapa Zaza over there. That's the deal. Then I'm trying to read people's views here. So hello, my Sapo or Sapo people. That's Marie Pine. Okay, hello. How are you, Sapo woman? Then I seen media say, "What is washing?" Okay, thanks for watching. And who else here? Mr. Panto. He said, "Look, tell your this organization is not tribalism." Okay, and that's what the honorable said. And then Otavin said, "If you can please bring me back." Okay, I did. Then Mr. Tooley also said, "Please get me on. Try calling you." I did call you back. If you want, I can call you again and see for the last time before I let go. But let me try again. While I'm doing that, Otavin said, let me not get that stuff back. Let me see what I will pick up. Okay, he's not picking up. So let me read the comments here, so we can get out of here. So and that was Cooley Morris or Tavin Sampson actually. Mr. Cooley Morris done misconstrue me. I don't even talk for 2 minutes when I got off. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of comments here. I can go through all of them, but I want to say thanks for your participation. I appreciate all of you. I've been on for a long time, so I got to go. We'll come back again. This is the Voice of Sound, the hottest sound related platform in the US or in the diaspora. We will talk to you again next time. In the meantime, let's listen to this detour, and we will be out for the day. So that is coming up. You will hear my voice again next time, or I will just say bye-bye to you.
Oh, Amae, Badire, Eva,
D12 on the beat.
Eva, Badire, Ama, Badire, baby, oh. Badire. I want to love you, baby. Love you, baby. I want to kiss you, baby. Kiss you, baby. I want to hold you, baby. Hold you, baby. I want to love you, baby. Oh, yeah. See, your love is beautiful, baby. And it's so much colorful, baby. See you brighter than the moon, brighter than the sun.
You're welcome, Madam President.
Your eyes, baby. Yeah. And it's so much colorful, baby. I see my future in your eyes, oh girl. You the angel of my life, oh. I want you to be my Jew, baby. Then let me be your boo, baby. Badire, baby. Badire, baby. Eva. I love you, Eva, baby. With you, my life is wonderful. So beautiful, so colorful, baby. Everything is natural, baby. Your beauty by natural, baby. Yeah. No bleaching, wake up, you supernatural, baby. Yeah. Badire, badire, eh. Badire, badire, baby. Badire, badire. Badire, badire, baby. Eva, Eva. I love you, Eva, Eva. When I wake up in the morning, love to see your face, love to see you smile, baby. You were born my children for me, 2 children for me, baby. 1 boy child, 1 girl child, just for me and you, baby. Eva, Eva, baby.
Eva, Eva.
Eva, Eva, baby. I want to love you, baby. Love you, baby. I want to kiss you, baby. Kiss you, baby. Badire, badire, eh. Badire, badire, baby. Badire, badire. Badire, badire, baby. Eva, Eva.
Yeah,
I
Eva.
love you,
Love the Eva. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the voice of Sano in the diaspora with your man, Dr. Ayaputa Esoteric. Have a wonderful day. Or if you want to speak big book, you say have a supercalifragilistic expialidocious day. All right, that's how we're doing it for the day.